let's not throw stones about who has or has not been timed out in who's chat. Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. Let's not throw stones about who has or has not been. Oh no, why is that playing?
timed out in
Oh no,
who's chat.
this is.
Hi everyone,
this is
welcome
bad.
to the stream. Let's not
Oh,
throw
no.
stones about who has
What
or
has
has
happened?
not.
Oh no, why is that playing?
Timed out.
There's a sound
Hi
coming
everyone,
from
welcome to the stream.
somewhere.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no.
What has happened?
Oh no. Okay, no, we're fine. I can't actually find where it's playing from, so I just muted the entire. I just muted my entire web browser.
Oh, that works.
It's fine. Listen,
Turn off all of the sound.
I'm extremely professional, as I'm sure you have noticed.
I mean, look at the going live stream.
Yeah, it says it's very professional. I can't imagine what would lead you to think otherwise.
Yeah, like, are you going to dispute an extremely professional going live screen?
I would never.
Well, the good news about that, me being a dumbass with audio, is I know that the audio is working.
Hey.
So that's fun.
We do love to hear it.
I mean, you probably can't hear much of anything, to be honest.
Could everyone post their favorite emote in chat real quick, please? Thanks.
What are you doing?
This is called viewer engagement. Okay.
I,
Trust me, I'm an expert. All right.
True.
B makes a very good point. The live screen has rainbows, so if you criticize it, it's homophobic.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying.
Oh shit, Lucas, that's actually a really good emote.
Yeah.
Everyone engage. Hey, everyone, like and subscribe. Share the stream. Follow.
Nobody's posted the one with.
Give me a retweet of my going live of my stream tweet on. On
I
the
should
bird
do that,
site.
shouldn't I? I should be.
I cannot believe that
Did you say
call
on your
to
birthday?
No, a bird site is what I said.
Okay.
No, my birthday is not until July. It's we've got a while.
Happy birthday!
Anyway, I'm going to switch to the video game now. It's Final Fantasy. We're playing Final Fantasy.
Hey. Oh wow, this song's really nice actually.
Don't you fucking start. Don't you fucking dare.
I really like. I just want to hear it for a little bit longer, just to.
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't gonna do this to you, but this is now a call out post. Fucking
I'm making a call out post.
Lucas, my dear Australian friend Lucas. I shoot him a message and I say, "Hey Lucas, I'm gonna be doing a stream soon. Do you want to join in?" And he's like, "Yeah, that sounds like fun. I gotta run to the store real quick. I'll only be like 30 minutes." I say, "Cool, great, perfect." About 25, 30 minutes later, he's like, "All right, I'm headed home. Only be a couple minutes. I'll be there soon." I was like, "Great, awesome. Zymtosis, get Maggie, get in the chat. We'll hang out. I'll start streaming through Discord and get everything set up. It'll be great." Fucking hour and 20 minutes later, Lucas rolls up. We've been listening to this fucking song for an hour and 20 minutes.
I think harps are just a great instrument. Personally, really love harps.
All right. What names are we going for here?
I like to try and be fashionably late, so.
What's the name of our first mans?
Himbo.
All right, cool.
I got a theme. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. What is the name of our second mans?
Okay, they have blue hair, so they have to.
Well,
be...
hold on. To be clear, the classes will probably change.
All right. Well, don't. Does that change the model?
Yes.
What,
Well,
changes their hair and everything?
Yes.
Alright, then none of this
can't-
matters. Okay. Bimbo.
Okay. All right. We got Himbo and Bimbo. I'm gonna take a wild stab. Is this one gonna be Thembo?
No.
All right.
Herbo.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, good.
That's like a himbo but a lady.
That's
And then this is Thembo.
all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
We got all of them.
So, now classes. I like having one warrior. That seems like a good... Oh, I really like Amy's suggestions, actually.
I will cry if you change my...
I mean, Jimbo and Limbo are very good, though.
They are.
I think I'm gonna have to... do it.
Herbo can be Jimbo.
I'll keep Thembo. I like Thembo.
I think Thembo is still justified.
Well, actually, I think I need to switch their names, because I think it needs to be Himbo, Bimbo, Thembo, and Jimbo. But... Alright. Perfect. We have named our team.
Wait,
So
it doesn't stop you if you name them all the same thing? Can we
Nah,
just
yeah.
name them all?
you could just name them all the same thing.
Can we name them all Clive?
We could, but that would make Symptosis cry, Maggie cry.
Aw,
I'm going to
that's
keep
true.
using your username, Maggie, because I'm too used to it.
I'm Maggie.
Okay. So now we could get a thief or we could get a monk. As I recall, monks like wreck shit late game. So
They punch.
yeah, and they punch real good.
I do appreciate someone who can punch real good.
Yeah. Then we got a white mage and a black mage, and
Yo. I,
hi Olya.
I-
So meet Olya, meet our team. This is Himbo, Bimbo, Thembo, and Jimbo.
is it too late to change the name of the white mage? Because I've got the perfect name that Twitch is going to absolutely love.
Oh boy. I know exactly what you're thinking. Is it? Do you want to call them Cracker?
Yep.
I love crackers. They're so tasty.
Yeah, it's
This
great.
is true.
So white mage and black mage are really good, and I don't remember what restrictions red mages have in this game. Because I know there's a thing where where red mages can't use all of the magic.
I think the main thing about red mages is that enemies that have horns always attack them first, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
That could be it. I don't know why I'm
That
like
is
fucking
it.
asking advice from YouTube Chucklefucks.
Yeah, no, please ask me more in-depth advice about Final Fantasy.
This is why I wanted Jeb here.
Oh, by the
Yeah.
way, I don't know if you two know this or everyone in the chat knows this, but did you know that this is in fact not the Final Fantasy?
Whoa!
There's actually more.
How many more? It can't be more than one or two.
At least several.
Holy shit!
I know.
It's okay. It's okay, Olya. I have many jokes about the white male as well. Let's just go with this. We'll switch out the thief for the monk, and I think that'll be a solid class.
I feel like they still pretty effectively reflect a bimbo. So
I believe the job system first appeared in Final Fantasy III. All right, Spooky Castle. Ooh. The world lies. Did you know the world lies shrouded in darkness?
since when?
I don't know.
It's been a little while. You know, democracy is failing all across the world.
It's true. I mean,
True.
when you're right, you're right.
Rampant pandemic going on.
Did you know that the
nobody
winds
seems to
are
care
dying?
about. Yeah, the Earth is also dying now that you mention it.
Without your help, the winds. for as-
Oh, apparently the seas rage.
For as little as the cost of a cup of coffee every day.
The Earth decay. Yeah, we already covered that one. It's,
Yeah, I already-
we're,
Yeah,
we're,
yeah,
a bit
we've-
we're ahead of
been-
you on that one, game. All right, can you keep up?
Earth, wind,
What?
it's kind of the same thing.
When does the fantasy start? Because this is all.
Apparently, the people believe in a prophecy, and they're very patiently awaiting its fulfillment.
Is this about Is this about QAnon?
I just probably. I love the idea that of people just sitting around, chilling out with like their morning coffee, just like, I bet the prophecy is going to be fulfilled any day now.
One day.
Hey, you heard about that prophecy?
Hey, just be patient, man. It's coming.
Is that prophecy yet?
Don't go. Be patient. It said we were patiently waiting. Sit down and eat your fucking biscuits.
And now we have to go find Master Emeralds.
We basically, yeah. That's not
all
even really a joke.
See, this is cooler than Sonic the Hedgehog because there's 4 whole Master
Alright,
Emeralds instead of 1.
Now here's the important
Hell.
question: does this version of the game start us out with equipment? Some
A
equipment.
knife.
Yep. What have you got? A knife.
Touch those crystals. Touch them.
I'm gonna touch the crystals.
Can you feel them in your feet? That the
Pardon?
Great Emerald's power allows you to feel?
Excuse me.
Did you know
Hey,
Knuckles
hey.
the Echidna hides the Master Emerald in his cloaca?
I. Why would you say this word to me?
He's an Echidna. They have those, okay? That's how that works.
Where else is he going to put him? He doesn't have pockets. He doesn't wear clothes.
He has shoes. And gloves.
I just don't care.
Technically,
I'm so upset. This stream is off to a great start already. Let me tell you.
Would you like to reconsider the group that you've got for your?
oh, it's too late now.
No, we're in this now. It's begun.
I do like that when you hover over some of the clothes, some of the little guys turn into Sims.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, give me some magic. So we're gonna buy cure.
How does this like work? Like how do you just walk into the store and be like, "Hello, I would like one protect, please."
Basically, yes.
I think
they
they're
sell you, like-
literally little rocks.
Oh,
They're like little
So-
gem things, and you're just like, I know magic if I
Uh,
shove this in my slot.
I mean, the actual answer is, if you want to know how magic in Final Fantasy 1 works, read a Dungeons and Dragons book. That's the actual answer.
I
Yeah, they
wouldn't-
shove the magic gem in their slot, and then they know how to put people to sleep and put them on fire or something. I don't know.
God, I wish that were me.
Now, do I want to put all enemies to sleep or lower one enemy's evasion? As I recall, sleep is functionally useless.
That seems like it's exactly the opposite of what should be happening to me.
Well, I think most things resist it is the problem.
Oh, I see. That would do it. Like someone tells me to go to sleep, I'll just say no because like I'm not sleepy.
yeah.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, let's talk to Let's talk to this guard. Those crystals. We just have some
You've got
crystals.
You've got money?
I'm told you carry crystals.
He's just trying to get a bump.
I heard those crystals can cure my backaches.
Please hold them over my skin while I lay and stretch my back out.
I'm hosting a tournament to see how many crystals we can fit inside a person at one time.
Is this... Your Majesty, is this a disguise for your fetish? What? No! Shut up! Shut up
I've
and
heard
put
these
more crystals
crystals
in
make
me.
the party go all night.
Will you rescue my daughter, Sarah?
You named your princess daughter Sarah?
Chaos! Taking rides in the Chaos Shrine.
In the kingdom of Garland, what's your name? I'm Sarah. Who's your dad? The king.
I'm sure the name Garland will never come up again.
Probably not. That'll be wild. Imagine.
Yeah.
Can't wait until you fight the hardest boss in the other Final Fantasy game. That's just called Weapon. Very good.
Yeah. So now we're going to get to what I assume is going to be the meat of this stream based on my previous experience with Final Fantasy 1, which is a lot of grinding.
You turned into a giant boy for a little bit there.
Yeah. Okay, so this game does do the fun JRPG thing and not what the original game actually did, which is if you target to attack an enemy and that enemy dies, in the original game, you just didn't attack.
Oh, awesome. Good.
In this game, it does the nice thing, and it just auto-targets the next enemy in line.
What, you mean you didn't predict the exact damage numbers that you would do to specific enemies?
That is,
and then...
that is literally how this game worked in the original. Also, we just have a button that lets the game play itself.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, how's everyone doing?
Good.
I'm kind of just hanging out, you know.
Yeah, you know.
Restaurant's cool and stuff.
Yeah, I've heard. Crazy Horse.
This is crazy.
Yo. What's this stand do? Wait, how many HP does Crazy Horse have?
I mean, it's a crazy horse. How much do you think it's gonna have?
I really like how it doesn't call it a unicorn when it is clearly supposed to be a unicorn. It's just a crazy horse because fuck it.
Huge HP boost on Himbo.
Yo, let's go.
Strength, and I don't know what a Himbo needs with intellect, but sure.
That's actually detrimental.
All
Bimbo?
the stats are like random, right?
I don't actually know.
Because if they are, we have to restart the game because Himbo literally is not allowed to get intelligence.
I assume it's based on your class, how much of each you gain.
This may cause a problem. We might need to.
I love how stupid those two are.
Which two? The Himbo and
The
Bimbo?
non-wizards are fucking dumb as hell.
What do they look? What do they need to be smart for?
They started out with fucking 1 intelligence.
What could they possibly need brains for?
Like in D&D, that's not even enough to talk, is it?
It depends on what edition you're playing, but in like first edition, which I believe is what this is based on, I believe you are like basic functionally like I believe you have less intelligence than the average animal.
All they know how to do is swing club, eat hot chip, and lie.
accurate. Goblins in this forest, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of goblins. Anyway, yeah, this is gonna be a majority of what this game is gonna be, by the way. That's why I wanted to have plenty of people in the call, 'cause...
Don't you love video games? What's your favorite video game ever?
I think it's this one actually. So far, I'm 100% in on it.
I love video games.
I'm looking at this experience that we're going through now, and I think at least 15 sequels is probably what we need to get in order to like fully realize this story.
Yeah, what about, like, some tertiary
Only
sequels
15?
as well?
Yeah, you know, I feel like that would really help flesh it out as well, because like the story's so big, you see.
Yeah,
Yeah, what if, in theory, like hypothetically speaking, you know, like
I
work
wanna-
with me here.
I wanna point this out. Last level, Himbo's HP went from like 30 to 60, and this one it's going from 62 to 66.
Yeah, because he didn't get any smarter. He like last level he wasn't thinking to step to the side, but now he is. So
All right, Jimbo got a little bit of health now, 'cause Jimbo was somewhat lacking in health.
do you
know,
need
when,
extra
like-
levels before going for that daughter? That sounds like unsavory.
Yeah, I mean, fucking welcome to JRPGs in the 1980s.
You know, I'm kind of thinking like when the wizards that started like with 15 and 20 intelligence gain 1 intelligence, that doesn't really mean much.
That's
When
just
they go
like
from 1 to 2, that's literally doubling their brain cells.
Yeah.
the wizards are just like reading a weird like trivia fact on Twitter, and they're just like, oh, okay, and then the warriors like understanding the concept of capitalism.
Nobody
No, I
understands
think
the
I
concept
think
of
they
capitalism.
finally learned that you shouldn't hold the knife by the sharp end because it makes finger drip ooze and hurt.
I don't understand. Please explain.
You stab with pointy end, not blunt end.
I don't understand. Please explain.
Pleasant.
I
dreams.
actually don't think that's correct. I feel like you might be getting them backwards. Sorry, Maggie. How many intelligence points do you have again? Just to.
Right now, I'm at a severe debuff.
Okay. No, that's fine.
This is the curse
You-
of the hormones.
Or is it the power?
Yes.
Excellent.
All right. So I think
You make a good point. Never read Twitter. I actually don't open the program.
never tweet ever.
Why would you ever tweet? I'd never tweet about anything, especially accidentally tweeting on my main account about pegging femboys. I've never done that before. in my
Listen, you
entire
can
life.
always
Oh, of
tweet
course.
about pegging femboys on main. It's always morally correct.
Oh, you're right.
That's true. We've all been there. Now we've all been a voted elected representative of the United States Senate,
Uh-huh.
and we've all posted it. We've all posted on 9/11 about.
About what? You want to
Oh,
finish
you know-
that?
Like, you don't remember when the what the fuck, the
Oh,
origami
Jesus.
killer, whatever the fuck it was, Zodiac killer. Which
By
one
the-
is he?
But by the way, y'all wanted to know exactly why we've been leveling up. Basically, like, Thembo's just got half their health taken out.
Oh no! I hate that for them. Yeah, no, Ted Cruz liked Stepmommy pulling on 9/11.
Yeah, no, I remember. I was doing a bit.
Which is, it's fun to just remember that sometimes, and then just keep going about your day.
It is. I agree. All right, let's actually get out of here
They're getting too
because that,
smart.
like I said, that zombie hit real hard.
Yeah, they're quite rude.
I don't know if spiders look like that, but you know.
I mean, clearly they do.
They do. They do.
I mean, look at it. It's right there.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's what they look like.
Do you think that they would just like make things up to put in a video game?
Never.
I'd certainly hope not. I'll be terrified.
No,
I've been accosted by goblins several times in my life.
I just love.
Oh, they're actually pretty nice, really.
I just love 1980s RPG design where you just sit and you grind for a million years.
That's what you want to do with your day, right?
This is the game.
I think they call this content.
Is it? But is it hashtag content?
No, this was before hashtags.
Yeah, they hadn't invented those yet.
Oh right, we just had Octothorpes.
This is
Yeah.
just content.
That was a very funny joke. I will have you know about Octothorpes.
Okay, wait, can you say it again?
Yeah, back then we just had Octothorpes.
Ha!
I really thought you were gonna go for like the Titus laugh.
No. No. Just one.
Is it too late? Can I go back in time?
Yeah, it's too late now. Sorry.
Someone else make a really good joke at some point in the stream, and then I'll do it.
I'm sure you can count on me to be an expert funny person.
Okay, do you want me to do the Knuckles Cloaca one again?
I always want you to do the Knuckles Cloaca one, but
I always want to hear about Knuckles Cloaca.
Knuckles Cloaca about to Aka.
See, now he can't even do it because you've got him actually laughing.
I can't help it. I can't help it. Okay.
I love that this game literally just has a. You just press a button and it plays the game for you.
Oh god, it's like Yakuza all over again.
I mean,
Yeah,
to be fair, like later parts, you have to get a little strategic in some places, but like, yeah, the majority of this game, you're just basic attack, and the game just lets you press a button to do that.
Look, I've been playing gacha games for some time. Pretty much all of them have just like an auto play the game for me button.
Wow, that was a pretty rough fight.
I mean, to be fair, one of my characters did almost die.
Rough. R-U-F-F.
I may have had to stop.
Hold on. Ha 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 ha.
Thank you.
How's that?
Honestly, like a 4 out of 10. You could do better.
Yeah, my heart really wasn't in it.
Oh boy, this could actually be bad. I have to actually play the game for a moment.
That sounds. Why would you do? Why would you? Why would you really?
Does this do the D&D thing where if you cast Cure on an undead, it hurts them?
Yes. That is like a staple of Final Fantasy. At least I know it does it in some of the games. I'm pretty sure it does it in this game.
Yeah, like a lot of them you can use like a Phoenix down and it just straight up murders someone.
Yeah, it's great. There's like actual bosses you can kill with just burning a phoenix down.
Because you would otherwise definitely use them to revive characters and not just keep them in the event of if you really needed them. But this time you definitely don't need it because
Don't
like you're
fucking
totally fine.
Call me out like this. How dare you?
Yeah, no, you're right though. Genshin is the one game where I was like, man, I actually kind of wish this did have an autoplay thing because then I would actually play it instead of just downloading it and then never opening up the game again.
Genshin actually looked kind of neat, but I don't play gacha bullshit. I cannot fall down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's risky. It's if it gets your hooks in you.
Alright, so, speaking
Dangerous.
of Phoenix Downs and various items, we got some stuff!
What's a gold needle? Buy it. It looks expensive and fun.
I mean, it's actually pretty useful, which is it cures stone.
In what way? What? Hold on.
Stone is a status ailment in this game.
And so, like, do they, like, knit you a new body, or...?
I don't know how it fucking works.
I think that it is actually based on a myth thing.
Yeah,
but,
almost
I'm just
certainly.
gonna say, you shove it in their forehead.
Oh, okay. No, that does make sense. That's how it works traditionally.
Yeah. Was there any more armor I could have bought? I think I spent all my cash on items, but...
I'm pretty sure the plot so far is the planet's dying cloud. And then the king's like, I don't know where my daughter is. Can you go find her, please? You got
Yeah.
some cool, like...
Yeah, you've
Jack-off
got crystals.
crystals.
You should be able to do this.
That's all you really need for this job. Just possess
If
crystals.
anyone can figure this out, it's the 4 people who each have crystals.
Now, I'm pretty sure, I might have missed it, but did the king of an entire nation not give you anything to help you on your quest?
Yes, correct.
He's just kind of like, fuck it, you'll
He's like,
figure it out.
you got... Look, they've got crystals! What more could they need?
They can feel them in their
the-
feet.
There's only 2 places on the whole world map. There's this town, and then there's this other place where all the bad things go.
I mean,
And there's some forests in between, but you don't actually need to worry about them.
To be fair, there is also a broken bridge.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's broken. It doesn't
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
exist. Wait, yeah.
It's why would
There's
you
2
care?
places in the world. What?
Why would you care about a broken bridge?
Yeah. What is that? What is that?
That's a worm.
What's a bridge?
That is in fact a gigas worm. Hey, are you
You
ready
know-
for
you
a
know
sick?
what else has
Hold on,
worms?
are you ready for a sick Dune reference?
No,
Are you
I'm
ready?
gonna do it first. I
No.
know.
Are you ready
can't
for a
steal
sick
this
Dune
from me.
reference? Are you ready?
Fine, what? What?
We should have walked without rhythm.
I was just gonna say Dune has worms, so I guess that was an actual like structured joke you had. I was just gonna say.
I mean, to be fair, to be fair, your joke would have been over a lot quicker. So I think you might win on that front.
Can someone say who's ready for a Dune reference again?
Is everyone ready for a Dune reference?
Dune your mom.
Whoa!
See, that's a good one.
My mother is a public school teacher and works very hard. I'll have you know.
I apologize
Public school
profusely. I
teachers
would
can
never
get
say
fucked.
it.
Okay.
I mean, they can physically.
I mean that in
think,
a
for the most
literal
part.
sense. I mean that in the like literally, it is possible.
All
There's no
right.
rules
It-
against
it
it.
can-
It's not like the
it-
church.
It can and has been known to be done.
Yeah.
It's true.
Oh, look, Himbo's got a whole 3 intellect.
Yo!
Look
Look
at
at him,
our
he's-
boy growing before our very eyes.
This is what he just posted TikTok that's just like, just found out about racism, man. That shit sucks.
Can you believe this? How come nobody told me?
God.
Ooh, Jimbo got a big level there. Agility,
What-
stamina, intellect, and luck.
But they're all just one.
Yeah, I mean,
I
you only.
I
That's all
guess,
that ever
I
really
guess when
is.
most of them were in single digits, so that is actually
Yeah, like I mean, you only ever really increase those stats by like 1 or 2. It's never a lot.
See, I've been spoiled because like
You're
all of the games that I
too-
play, it's like you increase your your stamina by like 4,000. It's like, oh hell yeah, I can run for an extra like 0.01 second.
Yeah, no, you're spoiled by modern game design. Is your problem?
True.
Oh my god, look at those fucking boners.
I love them.
Those fucking shoes. Oh my god.
Why do they got those shoes? Why are they rocking the Timbs?
Guys, look at them.
Why wouldn't they?
You see
I
how
would-
fucking wonderful these fucking skeletons are?
How come they've got drip and we don't? Like, one of these homies wearing a freaking bed sheet.
I know mechanically why this happens, but I love that there's just an option that says forget.
And God, I wish that were me.
I have to
I
drink
wish
to
I
do
could
that.
forget. I try my best. I'm still trapped in this hell.
All right, my cat has left my lap, so this
Oh,
is
no.
this is either a good sign or a bad sign because it depends on what she gets into next. All right, I think one more rest at the end, and I think we'll be ready to fight. Or I mean, just rescue.
Yeah.
Just rescue. There's no
Right,
fight. Why would we have to fight anyone? That would be
Why would
silly.
we- She's just lost in a big old castle. I don't know if like the lore says that that's what's happening, but that's probably just what happened.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, I'm pretty sure she went to Wendy's, but the line was just really long.
True.
I hate when I go to Wendy's and then my father, the king, sends out the Warriors of Light to fetch me, and
Dad, fuck off! I'm trying to get a chicken sandwich.
And they get there and like, can we pay with these crystals? And then they're like, sorry, we
no,
don't
we
accept
don't
crystals.
accept
And they're like,
crystals.
ah.
and you're like, I'm the Warrior of Light, and then they do this, sir. This is a Wendy's.
Oh, that was a good setup for that. I didn't even mean to do that. I'm just so naturally funny, aren't I?
It's a talent.
So I don't remember what it was, but a while ago I looked up the Japanese baseball names, and then I just looked over at my second monitor and I saw the name Sleeve McDykel, and that was very entertaining.
Were you looking them up for potential names for our characters? Because if so, you should have spoken up much sooner.
I think I did, but I'm not actually sure.
All right, let's go save a princess.
Hello, Slow. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a chicken. No, it wasn't a chicken sandwich. It was a fake tofu chicken. Tofu season. Like it wasn't an actual chicken. It wasn't a bird. Don't worry. Definitely don't worry about that. Don't need to look into that or anything. But it's just it's fine. It's okay for you.
Every chicken sandwich is actually made out of slugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Genetically modified slugs.
Yeah. They just grow real big and they got wings, but they ain't chickens though.
Heavily it's less genetically modified and more genetically fucked up at that point.
Hey, we got poisoned, but guess what? I bought a fucking antidote!
Yo, let's go.
I'm a fucking genius. Well, I should actually, before I go any further, I should save.
Yeah.
Cause, ain't no autosaves in fucking the 80s.
Yeah, no, you'd need to do this whole, how long's the stream going for? Like 6 hours again?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Cornell.
I feel like this gentleman very vastly overstates how much this king cares about his daughter.
Yeah, I don't know if these guys met like monarchs before, but they don't care.
I, Garland, will knock you down. I want to have a sentence where I can comma insert my name into it and nobody fucking questions it at all.
I, Maggie, am lesbian.
I mean, I don't question it. You're right. So,
It's true.
like no one's stopping you from saying I, Catherine, would like to order a large black coffee. You are legally allowed to do it, and they can't stop you if they do. It's harassment.
I mean, that would require me to like interact with a human being, though.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, there we go. I was maybe slightly over-leveled for that, so I was maybe a little overly cautious. But trust me, there's a lot of grinding in this game that we'll be getting to.
It's probably just.
What's that?
Hey.
Hello.
Oh,
I
hello.
recognize that sound effect.
Yeah, we're live, by the way. So
Cool.
we're
Oh, are
on...
we live on Twitch?
Yes, we are on Twitch.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you're a gamer now. It's
I am
Oh, no, I've
officially
been-
a girl.
I've been hanging around Twitch communities for a while now, so I'm familiar now.
you've been infected with the gamer, and we're all doomed.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, I am Allison.
Hi, Allison.
I'm known by many names.
Yeah. We should probably do like a round of names and pronouns, I guess. Now that I think about it.
We never introduced any of us.
Yeah.
Actually.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm Catherine. She, her.
I'm Lucas, I guess. I wish I could say I go by many names, but it's not quite as powerful as that. You can find me at Casma Music on Twitter. I sometimes do music and mostly just post badly.
That's cool. What's your pronouns?
My pronouns are he and him.
Cool. Oh, actually, we just got raided. We should restart this. We timed this so poorly.
Excellent.
Hi, Lacuses. Let's okay. Pretend the last couple seconds didn't happen. Hi, I'm Catherine. She, her. I'm playing the game. I'm the streamer. Hello.
It's true.
Hell. Allison, you wanna go?
Oh, yeah. I'm Allison. She, her. I have no like stream myself, but I do hang around in some Twitch communities.
Hi, I'm Lucas. I also go by Casma or at Casma Music. My pronouns are he and him. You can follow Catherine instead of me because she'll actually be worthwhile.
Let's not
Falling.
promise too much here. Let's not. Let's not say anyone here is worth following. And Maggie.
Hi, that's me. I'm Maggie. Hi, I'm she, they, it. I guess. Whatever. Whichever
Words.
want to use.
Pronouns.
All them's work. I'm a lesbian.
Cool. Same.
Thank you for coming to twitch.tv.com.
That's the site.
I'm fucked up on hormones, baby.
Uh,
God, yeah.
That's a dream.
On those drugs.
by the way, this is our big reward for saving the princess. We get sent on more errands and get a fucking loot.
Yo!
That's it. That's our big
That's
reward
my-
for saving the princess, doing all of this.
That's my shit, baby.
We get.
No, now you can play the fucking intro song. Come on, do it again. I want to hear it. I need to hear it again. I
No.
didn't hear it enough before.
Shut
Come on,
up.
just a little.
I will harm you.
Now that we've saved the princess, we can, I think, motivate society to participate in social betterment projects,
Yeah.
such as fixing bridges.
Look, the princess is the real mastermind behind Cornelia's infrastructure programs.
Everyone was just so sad that they couldn't fucking go anywhere.
I'm glad that we animated this so meticulously. Every step.
Every frame of that was done with
What does this bridge have to do with the prophecy?
That's a good point. He did not answer the question. He very
Govern-
specifically did not fucking answer that goddamn
I,
question.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I gotta shout out to Olya here. Govern gerrymander girl boss. Fucking perfect.
Yo, why'd we fix that bridge?
The Warriors of Light are here.
where's the light? Where's
Crystals.
The light? Can you see they got crystals. They got crystals.
All right. So now that we
Behold.
have unlocked more of the map, you know what that means.
It's
It's
time
ti-
to kill more goblins.
It's more grinding. Oh, but first we have first we have
Grinding.
this little vignette, which looks
First
like the
cutscene.
end of the game. Weirdly.
Yeah.
like
Thanks
I
for
ca- I
playing. You
I
did
said
it.
that- that's
can't
it.
believe we made it.
end of the game. That's the whole thing. We did it.
When you
Literally has a fucking.
wait, when you said there was a button that plays the game for you, I didn't realize that it actually played the game for you.
Yeah, it just plays the whole game. We're done.
That's crazy.
I
So
don't know,
bad.
like, how much grinding do you have to do in this one? Because, like, I know in the old ones you have to do a fucking ton.
In this
wait.
in this specific version, I'm not sure. I had to do a decent bit for that, but that's just been. Also, I love. They felt overwhelmed by the great task Destiny had placed before them. No, the king is the one who told us to go do it.
Why would
And
the
his
king
fa-
lie about that?
His first name? Destiny.
Oh, wait! Does that mean his daughter is Destiny's child?
Oh!
Yes.
Shit.
Destiny's Child.
I
Sarah.
can't believe we saved Destiny's child.
I have to admit, the communities I come from, like, when you said that his name is Destiny, like, that had two meanings to me.
Yeah, I was wondering if
Yeah.
that name was...
I'm not sure. I want to know what the other meaning of
Oh
that
no,
was.
I hail from Twitch politics communities, and, like, there's a guy named Destiny that's pretty big in them.
Oh boy. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that sounds
I know-
like a thing we don't need to get into.
yeah, I know, right?
I mean, at the very least, it does make a lot more sense now why everyone calls her Queen Bey, because she is
Yeah.
actual royalty.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. This all tracks. I'm add it to the spreadsheet.
Oh, since there's more people here, should I do the Knuckles Cloaca joke again?
Listen,
really
I'm
good.
not here to tell you
I-
how to live your life, Maggie.
I keep telling you that I want you to keep doing the Knuckles Cloaca joke until I stop laughing at it, and so far I haven't stopped laughing at it. So
All right. Well, new people in the chat. Did you know that Knuckles the Echidna keeps the pieces of the Master Emerald in his cloaca?
There we go. We got there. We did it.
It's very important.
Oh,
That's why he can feel them in his feet.
Matoya's Cave. Another name I'm sure will never come up again.
Yeah. Oh, didn't you know? This is like that. That is honestly my dream origin story. If I fucking emerge from the ocean holding an orb, that is the only thing that I ever want in life.
So this is Matoya. They're just obsessed with their eye.
What about their eye?
They need their
What's up
crystal
their
eye.
eye? Where's their eye at?
I don't know. Could be anywhere. Who knows?
We've got crystals.
Yeah, but none of them are eye-shaped.
Ah, okay.
I mean, we
Imagine
could...
just like losing your eye just randomly. Just
Yeah.
like suddenly your eye disappears.
Oh, also, for those of you who were not present for character creation, our party's names are Himbo, Bimbo, Thembo, and Jimbo.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so just so everyone is aware of who we're traveling with.
Sometimes I will refer to a himbo, and it's not that one. But I'll always make note of when it is that one, and I'll say, "Ah, yes."
Ah, yes,
It is, in fact,
the noted
the
himbos
himbo.
of the Cornelia
Yeah.
himbos.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I've been
sometimes-
thinking about this image of Himbo desperately trying to ponder the orb, but he's far too stupid to even understand what the orb is. So he's just kind of looking at it.
Sorry, Amy. What? Amy, what are you talking about? They've always been crystals.
The himbo has never pondered anything in his life, much less an orb.
Orbs are
Never
far too complicated of a geometric shape for Himbo to understand.
No edge. How does this work?
How do I hit someone with this?
I only know edge. That means something else, doesn't it? Wait.
Let me tell you all about edging.
Oh.
Who wants to hear about edging?
As his intelligence increases, he like starts to know more about like edges and vertices, and he's still just like, the orb is beyond me.
Listen,
I cannot possibly.
do y'all want to hear about edging?
Yes. I'm on the edge of my seat.
I'll tell you
Is
later.
it like that thing where you balance like yourself on a knife with a finger, like on a knife's point?
No,
Yeah,
I was just going for
I do usually use my finger, yes, but it's
I'm pretty sure edging is what Master Chief Suit does to him.
Listen, I'll tell you what edging is.
yeah.
Listen, I'll tell you what edging is later. That's it. That's the joke.
When I'm older.
No.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. That's a good explanation.
It's a joke. That's
Uh-huh.
it's a very hilarious joke.
It's a sexual thing.
Yeah.
I can't believe that you would be disappointed by orbs. Even if it was just a localization.
Well, I
you should
assume
know-
I assume she means she's disappointed that they're not regularly orbs.
Yeah, that's true. But crystals though, like sometimes having a crystal.
Hey, let me tell you, I have first-hand experience of being disappointed by a couple of fucking orbs.
Hmm.
Where's the rim shot? There should have been a rim shot
I-
after that
I'm-
joke.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I can't give you a rim job. You heard what I fucking said.
I see what you did there.
Okay. Hello.
You alright?
I didn't realize it. Didn't realize it was that kind of stream. But I guess.
That's,
Hey, hello. How's it going? How are y'all doing?
Welcome back, B. Yeah. I'm glad you're here. Let me tell you all about rim jobs and edging.
pretty sure Master Chief's suit does both of those things.
Is that why they call it Halo? Because it's like the shape of the.
It's called Halo because you hay in the low out the food.
Yo! you Halo 360 degrees and walk away.
Oh,
Why would it- why-
careful, B. You're getting so close to a word that we can't say.
Why would anyone watch this stream voluntarily?
That's a very good question.
Wait, are you saying that there are ways to make someone watch it involuntarily?
I
Oh,
mean,
I-
I assume
oh.
that's why everyone is here.
There are ways. I'm just saying, like, I'm open to such a thing.
Oh no, an ogre. Hey, Everett. Hey,
I've
Everett.
actually heard there are people that are involuntarily against celery.
Oh, interesting. Hey, everyone. We fought a couple of ogres there. All right, are you ready for a really sick reference?
Uh-huh.
Get out of my swamp.
Oh, you see, I would have gone with get Shrek'd.
I don't get it.
Man,
That would have been a better one.
I don't understand.
Oh.
Please explain.
it sounds like all your jokes really have some layers to them.
You know what else has layers?
What?
Cakes.
Onions.
Funnily enough.
Onion?
Hmm?
Onion.
What's this about onion?
Hmm?
Who are you?
I know all about how onions have layers. I've eaten one whole.
Where are we?
Yeah, no, we've stopped talking about rim jobs now, so you can.
This conversation's making me cry,
What is,
like onions would.
Did someone ask about rim jobs again?
We're really peeling it back here.
Boy, I'm glad all my friends are here. I'm glad we're all having a good time.
We're having a great. Hold on, I got the joke. Just give my
Mhm.
brain a second.
It's okay. You got this.
Fine, you got this.
Sounds like a great time. Get it? Like sounding?
Oh. No, I don't get that. And I
I've
refuse to
heard
get
of
that.
that. I've heard of that. It sounds painful.
Sounding? You talking about how
It
sounding sounds?
painful.
Yeah, no, there's not a lot that I refuse to get, but I'll refuse to get that one.
We're talking about nautical sounding, right?
Yeah.
What else could we possibly be talking about besides nautical sounding?
There's a joke about a rod I can make somewhere, but I got nothing right now. Fuck, I need a drum set.
I really wish I was better at like beatboxing, so I could give you a bit of but it just wouldn't be the same.
Oh, B, that hole isn't for rabbits.
That's what the rod's
Wait, what are we talking about?
I wish you all could see the face I am making right now.
Oh.
I think it's incredible that Twitch.television allows this on their service just without any.
Oh, listen. I have no illusions that should a Twitch employee come across us, I will be extremely banned, and that's okay. I have accepted my fate.
It's fine. It's what you sign up for.
Hey, I remember back in the day, I was on a stream on, what was it hitbox.com.tv? What the fuck
Oh
was it
god.
called?
Yeah, hitbox.
Justin's
Yeah.
television.
And that was with Pins, and he
Oh, no.
accidentally, in quotes, was streaming a visual novel that had porn in it.
Oh no.
I hate when that happens. I hate when I accidentally play a porn
Guy
game.
came in the chat and was like, "Hey, you can't stream this," and he's like, "Oh, what? This is the censored version. There's nothing in it." And the fucking Twitch page, the like icon was literally like a hentai scene, and it's like, are you sure about that?
I don't understand what you could possibly mean. It's clearly just
So
very
that's
innocent, very.
Sounds a little like corporate overreach to me, but I don't know. I'm just a
I mean, if
guy.
it's compressed to an icon, then it's very hard to make out all the dangly bits. So I guess that's censorship.
I mean, it's pixelated out.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, when I'm watching the stream, it says it's on 144p. It says that like I can't see jack and shit, so I don't know what anyone else is complaining about.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I think my favorite part was that ended with him basically being like, "All right, well, don't do it again." It's just like, "All right, I won't." And then the gang does it again.
Honestly, I would
Yeah.
love to be banned from Twitch because I just want to be able to like put that in my Twitter bio.
Oh yeah, no. So anytime anyone gets banned from Twitch, I'm pretty sure there's there's a Twitter account that auto posts it, so you can use that as like gaining reach.
Yeah,
It's good for your brand.
I desperately want to be able to tell people that I was too edgy for Twitch.
It's too hot for Twitch, and then it's just like a stream of Final Fantasy 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, you can't talk about the sex things. It's bad, but you can play a video game where you put a 12 gauge in someone's mouth and blow their skull out the back of their head.
Also, if you
Yeah.
are a woman, you have to cover your boobs at all time. No.
Technically, no one is allowed to take their shirt off anymore.
Well, I meant specifically like cleavage, but
That is true. They do have a dumb thing, even though the whole boob girl thing really
It's
wasn't
so
actually
fucking-
that big
no,
of a problem,
it's-
was it?
yeah,
Yeah.
and we
It was kind of overblown.
yeah
It seemed-
we
Yeah.
also we have hard numbers on that because of the fucking data
Exactly,
breach.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, hackers.
At least they let Ninja say like a slur for the 14th time or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Look, he's real sorry about it, right, guys?
I just
Real
accidentally say
sorry.
this when I play video games all the time. Apparently, that's apparently a thing people do.
It keeps happening, and I can't believe it. But, oh.
The legendary heated gamer moments.
Hey B, have you ever gotten banned from Twitch for any hot goss?
Hot goss.
And then we wait about 45 seconds for a
yeah,
response
you know,
because
it's fine.
Yeah.
All right, I think we should be good to take on the next big fight.
Yeah, I think so.
It's like pirates, right?
In my experience with this
Spoilers.
game, yeah, you should be fine.
Okay, spoiler. Oops.
How dare you spoil this game from 1987?
Oh no.
Okay, I do have a spoiler for this game I really need to talk about real quick.
Uh-huh.
I know it's a spoiler and people probably aren't going to want to hear it because, spoiler and stuff. But did you know that this isn't actually the final one?
No way.
My God.
I'm glad
in
that's
fact,
like the
in one
fifth
of them,
time we've made that joke this stream.
in one of them, shut up, I'm not done. In one of them, lightning actually returns.
What?
For sure. Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait, you mean like the spell? Like thunder, right? Like thunder.
Oh, that happens at least several times.
No, that doesn't make sense. That does.
Yeah, in one of the Final Fantasy games, or at least like a few of them, they have a bunch of like Disney characters in them. You know,
That's not a. It's not a Final
Nah.
Fantasy game.
that's basic. The clouds in it. Don't fucking tell me it's not. There's clouds. There's Sephiroth. Donald Duck says Sephiroth. That is the best fucking thing ever in any piece of media, and I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
See, I was about to say, oh, I want Donald Duck saying Sephiroth as an alert noise, and I was like, no, I don't want Disney anywhere near anything I do.
Fuck, that is true. God damn it, son of a bitch.
I know, right? If it weren't for fucking Disney, it'd be great, but...
I have to say that there's no other game series, like, we have to admit,
Holy
there's no other
shit.
game series
What's that?
that has a dramatic moment happen, and then suddenly Mickey Mouse comes in to save the day.
Sorry, Lucas, you seemed very, surprised by something.
Some dude just gave you a whole lot of shit.
I mean, we, to be fair, we kicked his ass first.
Yeah,
I miss these days where, like, you get the ship, like, this early in the game. Like, usually you're supposed to get it, like, in a mid-game, but not here.
this man said, like, all right, you beat my ass. I'm going to, like, pick up my ship and put it into your pockets, and then you can use it
Uh-huh.
at your leisure.
Yeah, usually you have to
and I
put it
feel like-
together with like bricks first, and then the little chip
Yeah.
fellas, they
I-
instruct you on how to do that.
Maggie, I don't know how to quite tell you this. If you're building your ship out of bricks, I think I think you might have a problem.
No, they're gummy. They're very gummy. They're sticky, you know.
Okay. Anyway, we have a boat now.
Sure.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, the ocean is actually quite dangerous, as it turns out.
That sprite's really good.
Which one?
They're both.
Yeah,
good. They're fucking both great.
I can vouch for this because, like, I live very close to the beach where I'm at.
Uh-huh.
So I very frequently will see like sharks jumping up onto the ships, like the long ships that are sailing the oceans, and having to fight them with fists and magic.
Yeah. I mean, that just sounds like a normal day in Australia.
Yeah. It pretty much is. Like I can definitely vouch for this as a.
Oh,
no.
I wish we could get this ship stuck in the Suez Canal.
Oh, can people make a bunch of like big titty anime lady versions of this ship that's like stuck in the canal, please? Thanks.
what are you doing, Step Orb? What are you? What are the fucking what are the orbs named? There's a name for them.
What?
What are there's a name for the orbs. The like magica or something. What are they?
Huh? You mean
What,
like the
materia?
elemental orbs?
I don't know
Yeah,
what
like
orbs you're talking about.
Like if you like put them in and it's like you put them in like in your sword and you can do fire magic or something.
Oh, materia.
Oh, yeah,
materia. Yeah.
I said that, bitch. Don't fucking try to pretend nobody heard me.
No, I literally didn't hear you say materia.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
hear you.
I didn't hear. Sorry, I'm very sorry
that's
about
fucked
that.
up.
It might have not like sense, I think.
Anyway, we're back in Cornelia now.
Okay.
We're right back where we started.
What are those? You've never been to those men.
I don't actually know what they
It's
do.
the wizard convention.
I think they might
Yeah.
be for reviving a downed party member. I'm not sure.
No, it's the wizard
I've been consistently confused about why those men are just. In
Oh,
the corners
no, they're just
for
like-
a long time.
They're like tutorials.
They're cosplaying
Okay.
as Merlin.
Yeah, I didn't speak to all of them. Maybe one of them had something interesting to teach you.
Maybe they give
You're-
you like free items.
You're filthy.
I need
So,
to.
like in
Oh,
Final
shit.
Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger, they did that.
Yeah, speaking of sound clips that I need, I just realized one sound clip that I desperately need is there's a clip from Stargate SG-1 from season like 9 or 10 or something of Jack O'Neill saying Merlin in a funny way. Merlin.
What's your favorite episode of Stargate Galactica?
It's the one where the Enterprise goes to Hoth.
Hoth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we both literally go for Hoth?
I mean, yeah, it's hot there. Because it's hot.
Yeah.
That show had some good concepts, like the Berserker drones. Like they, like it there was just so much unwasted potential in that show.
Which one?
Stargate Galactica. I
That's-
like
Do you mean Universe?
Universe, yeah.
Stargate Galactica is not a real
Yeah.
show. That was a joke we were making.
No, I was thinking Stargate Universe all this time. Just because it's so much like that.
I mean, it basically is Stargate Galactica. Like, that's,
Yeah.
as it turns out, it ripped off a lot of stuff from Battlestar Galactica.
But like, I actually like that show. Like, it's just so much wasted potential, though.
Yeah. I liked certain things about it, but
You don't have to show. I know you don't like it.
I did like certain things. Like, that's not me lying. I did legitimately enjoy certain things about it. I liked a lot of the concepts, but yes, I did not like basically any of the execution. All right.
Understandable.
Let's see. I think I've got about the best equipment that I can get for now.
I really miss when it was just like, hey, like here's sword. It's better than bad sword. It's worse than good sword. Like here's an up or down arrow that will show you such.
Uh-huh.
And it's not like, oh, here's 18 different stats, and some of them are better and some of them are worse, and some of them don't have any actual practical applications, but you can think that they do.
God. All of SE6 had that problem.
Yep. All right. There we go.
Imagine
That was
doing
probably,
a Dex
like-
build,
like-
am I right?
That was probably the only actual gamer rant that I'm going to have the entire duration of the stream, but
Oh no, like I'm like trying to design my own RPG, and like yeah, this stuff is my bread and butter now.
Okay.
I didn't.
I have a gamer rant that we could go on.
Actually, sorry. I real quick.
I don't know about that.
No. You, everyone else, go ahead. I can wait. Don't worry.
I just wanted to ask Allison about her RPG.
Oh yeah.
I had an actual legitimate question. I legitimate.
No, that's the reason I told you to go first.
What's up? What's up?
To what's you said you were designing an RPG? I want to know more about it.
Oh yeah. So it takes place in like an alternate future.
Okay, is this a video game RPG or a tabletop RPG?
Oh, video game.
Okay.
Well, not really alternate future. Like it's like effectively alternate future, but it's like a near futurish kind of thing.
Sure.
So like urban fantasy.
Yeah, I'm into it.
The main character is This could get into serious topics.
We don't need to go too deep. I was just
Okay.
I
But
just
yeah, like
was I didn't know you were working on anything like that, so I was very curious to learn about it.
Oh yeah, like it's it's an urban fantasy kind of thing. It's set in New York City, and the battle system is I was initially planning on making it like a Tales-like system, but like lately I've been leaning much more to like turn-based tactical.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, it's much easier to program.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. Especially like for my first RPG, that would be like really, that would be really like convenient.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Anyway, sorry. I know Maggie. I know I like cut you off there from a thing.
No, don't worry. What I have to say is incredibly important. I assure you.
What's up?
Please go on.
So gamer discourse. We love gamer discourse. We love talking about video games.
Yeah.
Here on twitch.tv.com.
Well, of course,
Mhm.
naturally.
I have. Does Sonic the Hedgehog run faster with or without shoes?
Shit.
Sonic does not wear shoes. That's just what his feet look like.
See, that's
Hey,
actually
Squid.
interesting. That's an interesting point.
How you doing?
His run
Oh.
so fast, his feet basically are shoes.
Yeah. Hey, squares.
People in the chat can chime in. Do you think Sonic would run faster with or without shoes? This is very important gamer discourse.
What-
that
what
I'm
do-
sure
yeah,
everyone
yeah, what-
just wants to know. so
More
bad.
most importantly of all, how many people here want to see Sonic's feet?
I mean, so seeing Sonic's feet seems like something that like could not happen just because they're going so fast. Like you can't track those down.
He stops.
Can't track those
sometimes.
boys down.
Oh no!
I
Bimbo died.
oh no. Are we doing a Nuzlocke run of this or?
Yeah, we have to go release Bimbo.
Yeah, no, yeah. Fuck off, Bimbo. Get out of here.
Release Bimbo into their natural habitat.
So, like, I actually googled the Sonic the Hedgehog film. Apparently, he wears red shoes.
Yeah,
I'm
he does actually wear
True.
shoes. That canonically he wears shoes, but I like my joke better.
I
I don't like the wording of the phrase. I've seen enough of Sonic's feet. Something about that is very ominous to me.
Yeah, I mean, how
In a
can you
way
ever
I'm
have
not
seen? How can you
comfortable
ever
with.
have seen enough of Sonic's feet?
Is it just am I
Yeah,
fucking
sure.
misremembering things, or do they show a Sonic like creature's feet in Sonic Underground, or am I fucking making that memory up?
do not know Sonic
I-
Underground.
Does the baby
I-
Sonic have feet that they show? Does that happen? I don't remember.
I feel like no one else has actually witnessed Sonic Underground, so you would probably be the closest that we have to any kind of a.
Oh, okay. Well, this theme song in Sonic Underground goes Sonic Underground, Sonic Underground. They made a vow that their mother will be found, and that's all I got.
Okay.
What?
After that,
All right. Cool. Cool.
Wait,
Sonic
wait.
has a
that-
brother
that's
named
the
Manic,
story
and
much.
he's green, and he plays. Does he play the drums? He plays the drums, I think.
This
And then Sonia is his sister, and she's like purple or pink or some shit like that. I don't remember what instrument she plays. Maybe
I
she
don't-
sings or guitar or something. I don't even remember what Sonic does in the band. I think he's just there. I like to imagine.
he's just chilling.
Now that's what I call the real Sonic youth.
Hey!
Wow. That
I'm
was.
just interested in how, like, they got 3 Sonic animated series to actually happen. That's actually
Yeah.
really fascinating to me. I just learned about this.
Hey, don't forget there is an entire Pac-Man animated series out of what is essentially just a guy that goes
True.
Fucking Pac-Man show is beautiful.
True.
Oh, it's so good.
I mean, is it anything like the Donkey Kong television show?
Wait, are we thinking of the same Pac-Man show? I'm thinking of the really shitty 3D CG one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, okay, that's the good one. Yes.
That's the Pac-Man show.
There was a different Pac-Man show, I believe, but yes.
That one
Is
doesn't
is that
exist.
the one where Pac-Man says he's an orphan, or am I thinking of like I
What?
might be mixing up memes or shit in my head. Listen, it's been a while since I've seen that show, but there's a line that he says that's fucking like the best. I want to see that now. Fuck.
My parents are dead. I'm Pac-Man.
I know the ghost wants to fuck Pac-Man so bad.
Eggman kidnaps a cat girl, you say?
Yo, hold on.
That's true. In
I
the
mean-
OVA, Eggman does kidnap a cat girl.
I mean, listen, wouldn't we
Hello.
all?
I I'm not saying anything because we're being legally recorded on twitch.tv/Naval Herbivore at the moment. But
Thanks for the
what,
plug. I appreciate it.
what exactly goes into this kind of kidnapping of the cat girl? Is it is he have a cord or does he get away with it?
I think Sonic destroys Metal Sonic. I think Metal Sonic's in it. I don't remember. And
So-
then he kicks Eggman's ass. Sonic doesn't talk in the OVA, I'm pretty sure, which
Okay,
is
so-
the correct
so if
way
I
to
just
do
make-
that.
So if I make a really good Metal Sonic that's better than the original Metal Sonic, then I can kidnap a cat girl?
It depends. Usually when you make the Metal Sonic, they kind of decide that they don't want to listen to you anymore.
I mean, honestly,
Aw.
you can just kidnap a cat girl. Like,
Wait, what? What?
Yeah, have you seen Twitter? There's a lot of them.
Oh, okay. I'll be back in a little bit. I gotta.
You're
I gotta go.
cold, they're cold. Let them in.
well, did we finally kill Lucas?
Look, it's broken.
It's
I feel like I've seen a bad porn game on Steam about adopting an anime cat girl.
Now you say bad.
I feel like
I mean, it's probably bad.
I'm like bad in the like.
Like
in
Michael
the,
Jackson's
like,
bad?
Like, wait, yeah, like
You know,
I
opened
in
I
the
opened
moral
Steam.
sense.
I opened Steam and on the fucking front page, new and trending, number 1 is furry fetishists.
Go on.
Okay. And then number number 3 is among waifus.
Mm-hmm. Good.
What do you mean Knuckles can fly and he wears a hat? That's not.
Oh, this is not good for Twitch. I don't think we're allowed to show. Whoa. Well, I don't think any of this is allowed to be shown on twitch.tv.com. That's dick. That's another dick.
Twitch.tv.com.store.
Everybody's fucking each other in that one.
All of our favorite friends who are all streaming from the nation of Tuvalu, would be very upset if we if we were to display these images.
Flies and wears a
Why-
cowboy
what?
hat. I want to fly and wear a cowboy hat.
Why does he do this? He shouldn't do.
Although, to be fair, I
Mhm.
think definitionally any hat I wear, any cowboy hat I wear automatically becomes a cowgirl hat, so I think my dreams may be
True.
crushed there.
That's not the only cowgirl related thing. I don't, that's we're dumping.
It's not the only
No,
cowgirl related
no.
crush?
No, keep going.
I
going.
was gonna say that's not the only cowgirl related position people can do. Okay, all right. It was a fucking
Hey.
sex joke. All right.
What is sex? Please explain.
Hold on. Let me go back to Steam and look at those games real quick. I think they can tell me.
Someday we'll
alright,
learn
so
what sex is.
Okay, so this one is okay, that. Okay. Uh-huh. Something about
I'm-
firmware. I don't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure sex is like the little animation it plays when you like update like your phone or your computer or something.
Oh, I didn't realize people were so into that. But I mean, to each their own, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's just like goddamn.
Okay, maybe among
I
Vikings
guess-
will teach me what
I guess
sex
it's
is all about.
I guess I'm ready to have sex, and then you upgrade to Windows 11.
That fucking screenshot was a lot more than I thought it was.
He's literally just wearing a. He's just wearing a cowboy hat. Why is he doing that? He looks like he wants to beat me up for
Are
like
you-
supporting the liberals.
Are you suggesting you wouldn't just wear a cowboy hat if given the opportunity?
Like. Actually, that's a good question. That is a very
don't-
good question.
Like, don't bullshit me, Lucas.
Okay, so if fashion was the only contributor, yes, I absolutely would wear a cowboy hat.
I have bad news. Bimbo's dead again.
Oh no.
Oh, that's what you're looking at. I was very confused. I thought you were looking at one of the porn games and talking about cowboy hats. and I was
No!
like, what the fuck are you talking
Wait,
about?
no, Maggie, no one but you is looking at the porn games.
I was trying to
wouldn't.
figure out what sex is, alright? And you
I would-
know what?
I
I
wouldn't
don't
be-
know. There was
I
tentacles
wouldn't be so
involved.
quick
I'm not
to
sure
jump
how
to
it works.
I think I actually need to flee
I,
this fight. This is going poorly.
Oh, that's my favorite design of Knuckles. He wears this stupid fucking hat. It just really at one point leaned into the whole Australian thing and then they just gave up.
Yeah, it's like he's an echidna, but like also fuck the rest of it. Like, all right. So like full wraparound cowboy hats are like very specifically useful, and then outside of that context, they're very not useful. If I was out in the sun all day, I would probably wear one, but since I spent most of my days indoors, I probably wouldn't. So that's my Australian take on Knuckles wearing a cowboy hat.
Well, that's not actually a cowboy hat. That's
Oh,
like an outback hat.
Team, we might be in some trouble here.
It looks like a digger hat, I think, from what I can see. So it's got like a one curved side, which is the yeah. So like the one side that
Pulling everyone back to the video game for just a moment.
why are we
Okay,
talking
I'm here
about a
for a
video
moment.
game?
We're having a bit of trouble.
Well,
Fucking
looks like somebody
paralysis
fucked up,
zombies.
huh? Guess.
I mean, have you invested in any Phoenix Downs? Maybe you should Phoenix Down some of your friends. Maybe.
I literally don't have any Phoenix Downs.
So if he's dead, one might as well be dead now. Oh, maybe not. Or not.
Nah, he's basically getting stun locked. This is real bad.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool.
Flee.
I watched Toddy play, I think, the third one, and there was a point where his entire party got stun locked until they all got killed.
Don't use a
Hey.
potion.
Did that ghost just run away? Why?
I don't know. All right. The game wants to use fucking potions for some stupid reason, so I guess we're. Oh my god! All right,
Hey.
we're out.
Fucking
Himbo leveled up. Good for him.
Hey, look at him go. Look at him.
I hope I have
He's
enough
just won the
money.
difference between right and wrong.
I just hope I have enough. I just
So-
hope I'm able to get back.
I didn't catch it. Did you kill them or did they run away?
One of them ran away. I killed one of them.
Oh, okay.
Please, just run away. This.
Because, like, I was gonna say, that AI was being very friendly if they all ran away while you were being stun locked.
All right. I guess we're doing this. I guess we're just fighting. I guess that's where we're at now.
Wait, what? You can't just run away if you want to?
No, you gotta get it. You only have a chance at running away.
What the fuck?
Oh. I mean, the good news is Himbo's gonna get a lot of levels out of this.
Hey. How long is it until you get close to another like location where you can rest?
I'm trying to get there now. It's
That is a fair point. Like we have all been slacking in our faith in Himbo.
Oh, good. Now Himbo's
I
poisoned.
would just like to say real quick, while the moment is hot and fresh, it was almost all ogre there for a second. Huh?
Yeah, okay, cool. Great. I'm glad we got there.
Don't talk. Don't talk to me like this.
What? No, I'm glad we got there. It's fine.
I'm a very smart
Can't
dumb
believe we
girl.
can do this.
Okay.
You are
And
good
I-
and my friend. Alright. Please
Can't believe
revive
we've
my
done that.
party. Oh, please.
Just
I
pray
have
for
to
my
do it
friends
all
to
one at
become
my
zombies.
time.
Oh,
They charge you money.
yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Holy
Jesus,
shit!
it's free.
Welcome to welcome to 1980s game design.
What? How much is your friend worth? Because like $200, I can buy you like 5 chicken sticks. So, that's a little bit risky.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm gonna be back in a sec.
All right. I have to do some more leveling up apparently.
I fucking love video games
Ah,
so much.
it's great, isn't it?
Can't you feel how much I just love video games?
Yeah.
Video games are life.
When I was watching Toddy play,
Uh-huh.
he remembered at one point that the monk having a weapon equipped actually makes them do less damage.
Really?
Oh yeah, that was in the original. I think it was a bug.
Yeah, I don't.
I
I don't.
don't know which one is which, and then he took the weapon off and it started doing more damage, and it's like, oh,
Well, the big thing with Monk is mostly just that they hit a billion times.
I think in the original, there was like some sort of bug that caused fuck. I keep thinking Black Belt because of the NES version, but like, there was a bug where like the monk would actually do less damage if they had like even good weapons equipped. Like it was interesting.
Well, let's see what happens when I unequip my Monk.
It would be kind of funny if they did replicate the bug.
Well, the thing is it a bug or is it just like some weird like? Because like I could see a thing where it's like they do slightly less damage, but they attack more. Because yeah, that did a shitload of damage. Because my monk is now attacking more times per turn.
yeah. See, I think it is literally like a dumb thing in the earlier ones.
Yeah, because I think it's like because when you attack an enemy, first it pops up with like 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, etc. And so every time you hit, you deal your set damage. And so I think with a weapon unequipped, Monk probably gets more hits, is my guess.
I think the way he explained it was monk has like bonuses to unarmed damage, but if you have a weapon on them, they just don't.
So I think, yeah, that's the other thing, is that Monk just has a very high base unarmed damage. So it's just better to not have a weapon equipped, because then you just do you do slightly less damage than if you had a weapon equipped, but because you're hitting more often.
That does stop being a thing eventually.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Did I? So just to clarify, I left for about like a minute there total,
Uh-huh.
and in that time, y'all decided to actually talk about the video game that you're playing and the concepts that make up the battle system.
Yeah.
I have thoughts occasionally that are constructive and not just about fucking
Sick.
or memes.
Sounds fake.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm the problem here or if that was just
No, trust me. Trust me, hon,
incidental.
I am the problem here, if anything.
We're all the
This
problem
happens. This happens occasionally where I'll be like, hey, I have actual thing to say about the game. and then I'll go back to being like, hey, have you guys heard of War?
I mean, to be fair, I think that's about all we can really say about this game, right? Is that's it. There's a mechanic, and now we're done.
Yeah. Also,
Now we're back to
fucking talk about.
now
You
we're
want me
back to-
count the pixels on the fucking screen.
Look, we're fighting our billionth wolf. Isn't that interesting and good?
It's a pretty rough fight.
Grinding is awesome.
I totally missed Zill showing up. Hi Zill, if you're still here. I literally didn't see you come in.
I'm glad we got to do that bit one more time.
I did make sure to mention the lack of faith in Himbo. Hello.
Hi Zill.
Yeah, Himbo was a champ.
Zill, you are welcome to hop in if you would like. I think there's still room for another person.
We do. We have room for exactly one more. And after that, then we're going to start culling the least interesting, which means that I'll go and find a different stream where I can give my insightful your mom jokes to.
Hey, can you tell me about my mom real quick?
Lovely lady, absolutely, just an absolute champ.
That's not at all true, but someone's never met my mom.
I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
My cat just like suddenly licked my keyboard. What the?
Oh.
Is there like cat food on the keyboard? I don't know.
Zill is at work, right? Because Europe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Imagine time zones, am I right?
Wait, there are countries outside of America. What?
Certainly
Imagine.
none of them are represented in this call.
Imagine.
Don't worry, I'm used to Australians.
What do you mean?
I talk to Toddy all the time, and you know,
What?
I hear him
Like,
Did you know that Toddy still exists?
He does.
what?
He yells cunt a lot while he works and gets frustrated.
Yeah, that makes sense actually.
That sounds like Australians.
It
One of my
literally does.
favorite things.
It's not even a joke. It's just like, yeah, it's like that's.
We're in
the
a
thing.
fucking call, and he's just there doing work, and then you just like you could like practically fucking hear him tilt his head back and just go like cunt.
Yeah, no,
You
that's a
stupid
vibe.
cunt. Great, I love it.
It's very powerful.
No, Zill, you say several, but there can't be more than like 2 or 3.
I feel like there's maybe a couple, and then like they kind of like overplay their importance to be like, yeah, no, like we've got a lot of time zones, and it's like, yeah, but like you probably don't. You probably got like maybe like 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, I mean, like you're obviously not as important as the U.S. So if you were that if you were that big of a deal, we would hear about you more.
Yo, you know what's fucked
Yeah.
up that Toddy told me about? Listen, don't. That name didn't come out. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry,
Toddy. Toddy told me Australia's not a sovereign nation.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
yeah.
I did not know that. The fucking
we-
Prime Minister of Australia is picked by fucking the UK Parliament.
Yeah, no, it's like we're still under the thumb of the UK.
That's literally a fake ass fucking like cardboard democracy.
Yeah.
Wait, is this for real?
Yes.
That's
Yes, literally how that works.
that's fascinating. Wow.
And then the Prime
Oh.
Minister has to do whatever the fuck the UK Parliament tells him
okay,
to do.
but in fairness, have you like seen some of the fucking Australian prime ministers? That makes a lot of sense. I would not trust any Australian prime minister with actual governance.
To be fair, so it's exactly the same situation as what the UK has with the UK Prime Minister. Which is that, like, ostensibly they are under the thumb of the Queen, or the monarchy. But practically,
Didn't one of your
Yeah.
prime ministers just, like, go get in the sea and just disappeared forever?
yeah. Harold Holt. He he just went out for a swim and he never came back. And we named a swimming pool after him.
Is that a fuck you or that seems like a fuck you?
That's an Australian.
That's a very good question. I'm still not sure.
I was about to say that seems characteristically British to do.
It seems very Australian to me. Is just
It's like the phrase has existed for a long time to just pull the Harold Holt, which is where you just fucking disappear with no trace.
We named a swimming school after Harold Holt.
But yeah, no, that's just what happens.
just sometimes your prime ministers disappear into the sea. You know.
Yeah.
And what are we supposed to do? Sea's big. Big ocean. What do you want us to do?
That's a good point. I don't know.
Yeah, see? Yeah, maybe.
Oh my god. Fuck.
The only time zones that exist are like GMT -7 to GMT -3.
The only time zones that exist are Pacific, Mountain, Central, Eastern, and Atlantic.
Yeah. What are I'm not actually sure what those are. I just kind of make guesses, but
I literally don't know what GMT or UTC they are. Like, it
What the
never
fuck?
comes up.
what the fuck?
We don't use it. It doesn't come up.
GMT stands for golly my tits.
Yeah.
EST stands for
Hey, show tits.
no wait, hold on. Edging. Some tits.
That was good.
And we came back around.
We got there in the end.
Well, actually, if it was edging, we wouldn't have come at all. Rim
True.
shot. That's
Sorry,
the rim shot is supposed to be
Fi-
there.
What are you
Finally, someone's brave enough to say it.
Oh, sorry. I still need to tell you about edging. I'll do it in just a little bit. Don't worry. Very soon.
Yeah, it'll come pretty soon. It'll come really soon. I promise. It's just not yet.
Hurry up and
It's
tell
coming.
me though. I'm starting to chafe.
Yeah, no, just don't worry about it. It'll happen real soon. Just, you know.
Yeah. No. Just give it a little bit. I'm sure it'll come really soon. Like it's.
Don't worry about it.
It's not too far away.
Anyway, we're fighting more wolves.
If you think about it, grinding is like edging.
Yeah.
I just realized what I just said. Wait.
So, hold on. I need you all to come on this journey with me. So, Amy and
I don't know if I'm allowed to just yet.
I'm doing a thing. Don't interrupt with your own bit. I need you to come on this journey with me. So, Amy says in the chat, edging is when you study the blade, which is a very good joke. Props to Amy.
Yeah.
I definitely read it as edging is when you study the Bible. And
That's also true.
that had a very different vibe.
See, technically, it's against Jesus's wishes for you to come, but you can edge all you want.
Well, no, you can come in your wife once,
Only once. One
and
time.
only to have a baby.
If you don't have a baby, you go to hell.
Yeah, it's true.
For any reason.
If you think about it, that's probably the longest edging anyone can have.
All right, I'm going to attempt to make some progress, maybe? It depends on if
I'm
these
not.
scorpions fucking destroy me like they have been recently. Oh, well. so it begins.
I don't know if you've been here or not, but if you just heard like some things, just disregard them. If you heard all of it, probably also just
No,
disregard
I
it.
think
that,
you
like,
should regard everything we say as 100% accurate and intelligent.
So remember what I said about trying to make actual progress.
Huh.
About that.
You're fine.
Yeah, about that.
Are you saying we're not quite there yet?
Fine.
So we're gonna let's just head back to the town. It's fine.
Are you saying we have to edge it back a little?
We don't need to keep hammering on the edging joke. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I think I feel like we're close enough.
It's funnier if you let it sit and then come back to the joke later.
Listen, I can't help how my brain works, okay?
I
all
understand.
ogre.
It's all ogre.
So I'm broken in a weird way that says like I read in the chat, like I prefer hot places, and like for me, I was just like my room's plenty hot right now. But what I meant by that is that my room is plenty hot and I'm fucking sweating in my bedroom, and it is like 27 degrees Celsius, which is like fucking like 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm actually just like sweating in my bedroom and it's very hot, and that's a problem for me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what the most fucked up part about everything you just said is?
Yeah.
I have no idea how the fuck you did that conversion in your brain.
Because I've been talking to Americans for the past 26 years of my life.
Yeah, but I've been talking to an Australian for almost a decade, and I fucking can't convert shit.
Yeah, because how often does he say how hot is it, but in Celsius?
Hold on, let me.
Oh my god.
It is.
How hot is it?
It's so hot that I need to consider the fact that you are the only nation that uses imperial units for measuring temperature.
I just want to interrupt real quick to say I forgot I have to actually go to a different place and pay money to resurrect my people before I rest at the inn. So I just wasted 100 gil.
Oops.
Oh, no.
How's everyone else doing?
Did you put their dead bodies or unconscious bodies, I should say, in the bed? Are they dead or are they unconscious? I actually don't.
Don't worry about it.
That is good. That is a very valid question, actually. If you just put dead bodies into some beds overnight, that's not okay.
Does it count as necromancy if the church brings a corpse back to life?
I don't know.
Not if God does it.
Which god?
Allah, the one true God.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, but this is based on D&D, so there's like fucking 400 of them.
Okay. Have a wonderful day.
Could have asked the god if
Dill?
that's all about being horny to resurrect my friends.
See you later, Zell. Have a good day at work.
Have a wonderful time.
Bye.
Whatever the time it is. I hope it is good for you. How come tents are so expensive when you can just like take it? Like, all of these people just leaving their tents up wherever they go?
I am forced to assume that is the case, yes.
Is there not an option to just like keep pressing A until you find an existing tent and then sleep there?
No.
Well, in this
That's
universe, the
garbage.
tents are edible, so you eat them after you're done.
I was-
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say they're made of paper.
No, you could in theory protect paper. You eat them. That's part of their rations.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. That's why it refills your health because you eat enough food that it counts as like a full meal.
Yeah, you actually just eat it. You don't even rest. You just all eat the tent.
Mm.
In this game, you like it's not just tents, right? It's also like cabins and actual houses. Like you, it's like just like you just put a random house and like sleep in it.
It's you get a cottage, yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's an actual thing.
You're actually so it's crazy that the sprites don't really reference this. You're actually playing as a wolf, and as you go along, they they grant you increasing levels of rehabilitation as you go across. You can huff and you can puff and you can blow that college down.
Alrighty then. I'm glad we took that long walk.
Yeah, so no one's really picked me up on my Netflix special yet, but I'm really hoping if I just keep at it,
Mhm.
Please don't.
sooner or later they.
Have you considered adding more transphobia?
No, that's pretty
So-
much the only way to do it.
Yeah, no, that's the next step.
I hear that's a great way of getting a Netflix special.
Yeah, no, I've heard that like as soon as I hear any of that kind of stuff, that's like you'll just build on the next Netflix special.
Yeah, and if
Just
anyone ever
wild.
criticizes you, complain about how you're being oppressed and censored.
Yeah, and how cancel culture is
Uh-huh.
ruining the world.
And then get an employee fired.
Yeah, I really hate being cancelled by giving a platform to myself and also a bunch of other terrible people. It makes it so much harder for me to do my job of making not funny jokes
Mm-hmm.
to an audience of not really anyone.
Anyway, let's talk about literally anything else. No, I regret saying that immediately.
No, hold on, we're almost there.
So what else has been going on these days? I don't know.
I've started watching anime again.
Oh, what you been
Has
watching?
has anyone heard about this? It's called the novel coronavirus. Has anyone heard about this?
No, never in my life. Allison, tell me about anime.
You joke about
Um,
that, but I have an entire Let's Play of Kingdom Hearts recorded with one of my friends, and that motherfucker had still not even uploaded a single goddamn video, and we recorded all that shit before the pandemic even fucking started.
Anime.
Great.
Please, I'm begging you.
Anime, yes. So yeah, Blue Exorcist.
Okay. I
Yeah, like,
have heard the name. I'm not familiar with it.
The soundtrack initially got me, and then I started watching anime because that's usually how I get into anime. Like I listen to soundtracks and then suddenly one piques my interest and then I want to know the anime behind it.
Yeah, I keep wanting to watch more Gundam. I have every single Gundam series bought on Blu-ray and ready to watch, and then I never watch any of them because I keep trying to get people to watch it with me, and then no one's ever available.
I want to watch like all of Universal Century, but it's so huge that like I keep getting intimidated by it.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
listen, if you ever want to jump in, I'm a big fan of the original Gundam. That said, I have started original Gundam with no less than 3 different people, and we have all stopped at like roughly the same point.
Okay, but
I'm-
have you seen the Goof Troop video? 'Cause
No,
That's a good one. Oh, you haven't?
no,
That's
not.
I'll have to show you
No,
after
I
this.
mean, I
That's a
might
good
have, but I don't remember it. So.
You know, actually, I'm allowed to put links in the chat because I'm
Oh
a cool
no.
girl.
Isn't Goof Troop like a Disney property?
It is, which is why I will not
Mhm.
show it on stream.
Oh, don't worry. It's not.
Oh,
it's not
wait.
actually that.
I think I know what you're talking about. In Delph Troop, right?
This is okay. I'm allowed to post this because I'm cool. Here you go, everybody.
I will save this for later, but
Yeah, it is Delph Troop. Yeah, I've heard of this.
okay, I see, I understand, because you see, it's
It's the
goof is
Talk about the Goof Troop.
Ramba
Oh,
Rawl
great
didn't
video.
die for this.
Yeah, he did.
Ramba Rawl did not die for this disrespect.
See, as someone who's never watched the original Gundam, there's a lot of jokes in there I don't get. I'm sure. Because I saw the people in the comments being like, all these jokes are great, and you know, I'm
Yeah,
just
see,
dumb.
I have seen all of Gundam, but I have only seen the second half many years ago. I've seen the first half like 6 times. Some of them very recently.
I've watched all of 8th Mobile Team, and then when I was a little child, I watched what the fuck is the Gundam that had the lady robot with like the ribbon thing? You know what I'm?
No.
What the fuck? It was on like Toonami, I think, and that's what was on when I got home from school.
It
and
was,
that's what I
I'm
watched.
guessing it was either G Gundam or Gundam Wing.
I don't remember. What
Did
the
they
fuck it
control the
was.
robots with actual, like, controls, or did they have the weird suit things and then the mobile suit would mimic their movements?
No, they were in the Gundams. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, they're always in the Gundams.
How long ago this was?
Yes!
You know what I remember the most about watching that Gundam? That I usually ate checkers while I watched it. That's
Interesting.
what I remember.
I'm going to
Nice
guess it was
cheeseburger.
probably G Gundam, because I know that one came on Toonami, like, a lot.
I'll look it up. What is the G Gundam? Maybe. I'm gonna go with a very solid maybe.
Oh, Amy says definitely G Gundam, so. I wasn't looking at chat for a little while there.
Yes, that Gundam was in there, so if that's the only one that Gundam's in, then that is it. Listen, I'm a very cultured lady, okay?
Oh, same. I mean, we're talking about anime, so obviously we're cultured.
I know all the things. I've seen several animes. There's the one that the Piccolo drives a car. That's a good one.
Yeah, no, that's a good anime.
It's a great. It's a great.
Have you
time.
seen seminal work Garzy's Wing?
No, I don't know what that is.
Don't. Hey, Lucas, have you watched any anime lately?
Give me a moment.
Okay.
Does Street Sharks count as an anime?
I had a mouth full of Oreos.
Oh, well, whose problem was that?
That was mine, and it was a good problem, and I would do it again. Fight me.
Looks like you're double stuffed.
God, I wish that were me. So, lately, the only animes that I've been watching, have been, so one is Kami Can't Communicate on Netflix, which is adorable and cute, and I love it a lot.
Okay.
And the other is, the end of JoJo's Diamond is Unbreakable, because they got Stone Ocean on Netflix, and I want to be able to get around to watching that at some point. So I'm like,
Stone Ocean rules so far.
yeah, I'm trying to like kind of like get through the end of the last season.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But yeah, outside of that, I haven't like really had much time for like actually just watching anime.
Mhm.
I've been watching a lot of French television, which is really weird. But there's one that's like a kind of like it's called Black Spot. It's like a French like imagine if Twin Peaks wasn't fun, but was like a lot more of a horror thing.
Okay.
It was that. It's like a couple seasons, like 12 episodes in total or
How do
something.
you even find French television?
Because Australian Netflix is quite bad.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of options, so I've run through all of the normal shit, and so now it's just I've just got whatever international television is available on Netflix, which is
All right, we are going to attempt to make some progress now.
Hey,
Oh, the Marsh Cave.
Yep.
yo, watch out! There's gonna be a cavern that has some dogs in it that are chained up. I think. I don't remember how this works in the D&D manual.
What?
I'm thinking of the what's the like the pre-made thing for like your intro. So I think it's like 3.5, but I'm not sure.
I don't know.
The like Fandelwood.
Oh, that's I believe-
Goblins?
that's like 5.0.
Oh, 5.0, yeah.
That's yeah, that's Lost Mines of Fandelver.
Yeah, I don't know jack about shit, so don't come at me.
I didn't come at you.
I am.
No one has
judging.
come at me so far. I feel like that's probably the problem, but
You just want some cum on you.
yeah.
Who doesn't? Well, don't everyone talk at once, you know.
No, I'm focusing on a video game. You know, that thing
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
ostensibly here for.
I'm eating an Oreo. Don't get at me.
Oh, is that what we're here for? We're here for the video
Ostensibly.
game.
In theory, it's why we're here.
I would share some really like cute or funny like takes that I have or like ideas that I have for goofs, but at the moment the thing that's like primarily distracting me is the fact that I have like a whole packet of Oreos on the side of me, and I'm the one that's going to be eating them, and so
Mhm.
it's on me to eat those as quickly as I can.
Mhm.
As fast as I can, and not stop for any reason outside of being asked direct questions.
Okay then.
So, y'all can continue to ask me direct questions if you want, and I'll provide you with the best answers that I can. But in the meantime, I am absolutely going to be eating some s'mores Oreos.
Okay, I have a direct question.
Shout out to s'mores Oreos.
Okay,
S'moreos?
but I have a direct question, real quick. If
Mhm.
that's okay. How many Oreos can you fit in your mouth at one time?
Pre-chewed or post-chewed?
I mean, if you have to ask that
Yes.
question, are you even a professional?
Yeah, that's also true.
I actually do hate double stuffed. I tried double stuffed exactly once, and it was like exactly too much cream, and it had no flavor in it, and it was all terrible.
Oh, do you not like pick them apart and just like scrape the stuff off with your teeth?
No,
Hot take, the cream is the worst part of the Oreo.
yeah, this is true.
Damn. Damn.
It's
I
okay.
mean, it depends. Are you having it with
That's a
milk?
No.
no.
Damn. Oh
Why
my
would I
God.
why would I dilute the delicious Oreo flavor with milk?
Oh my god.
Why do I need to like buy a bunch of additional shit to just like enjoy eating a biscuit? Like fuck.
Because milk is good. You don't like milk?
No, I don't want to.
Like
I don't want to drink something that came out of a cow's tit.
Yeah,
I'm-
don't get milk. Milk is my stuff.
I'm
I'm glad
don't
we've
speak
I'm
for-
glad we've hit the
don't speak for
controversial
yourself.
topic.
Listen,
But
what
like,
fluids would you drink out of someone?
do you really want to know the answer to that question?
No,
Because,
no,
like,
hold on. Someone or a cow? Because those are very different questions.
Here's the thing. I was gonna say a cow, and my brain never hammered the abort button so hard before.
Because I'll be honest with you, I don't really want to drink any fluids from a cow.
That would be why my brain hit the abort button on cow.
I can be convinced to drink fluids from a person, but
Uh-huh.
Give me those sweet cow. Wait, fluids from a person? What fluids?
I mean, you want me to fucking list them here? Cause
I see. I see.
Okay. So imagine you're a vampire and you're hungry. You go in for a little nibble, alright, and you start sucking. It's all milk.
we'll pretend I'm a vampire, right?
Right, and it's all milk. It's not blood. This person is full of milk somehow.
I would be so upset.
Unironically, I do like
That's
the
good
taste of blood. I don't know what that makes me though.
It do taste like metal.
So sorry, did you actually want me to list out the bodily fluids I could be convinced to drink from a person? Because
It's cum. It's cum. It's cum.
I mean,
There's cum, there's cum, there's
I'm
Who
not
doesn't love cum?
I'm not saying there's more than one, but there might be.
And blood.
and blood. Yeah.
Cum and blood.
speaking of common blood, so what was the question?
The question was, do you all actually want me to list out what bodily fluids I could be convinced, not that I want to, but that I could be persuaded with enough incentive to consume.
What is the incentive here? Exactly.
I mean, that's going to be up to the
I-
individual person, I think, Symptosis.
I feel like we all know the kind of bodily fluids that you would ingest.
I mean, I mean, there's the obvious ones, right? Like, I think everyone, given the right not everyone. I think a lot of people, given the right circumstances, would be cool with, cum, breast milk. I think most people could get on board with.
No, you see, I think a lot of people have a mental block with the milk.
Yeah, but those people are wrong.
I'm not gonna tell somebody what they should and should not.
Oh, listen, I'm not telling them what they should do. I'm just saying they're wrong. They can do whatever they want, but they're wrong.
Does pus count as a bodily fluid?
I mean, is it a fluid and does it come out of the body? That seems pretty self-explanatory to me.
Yes.
I would not.
Conversation has got horrific.
I would not consume pus. Don't.
Is it liquid pus or
Valid.
like partially solidified pus? Because I think that makes a big difference to me.
Both.
Partially solidified pus sounds nasty, but maybe liquid pus I would be like, I would try out.
No.
Hey, that's how they cured the bubonic plague, so you know.
True. Makes you think, huh?
Makes you think. That's why everyone should just put random things in their mouth and see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see. Other bodily fluids I would be willing to consume. I mean, blood. I think I could be persuaded to drink some blood. I mean, I don't think I would enjoy the experience, but you know.
Amy, I'm asking myself this question too.
The answer is hashtag content, please, and we are creating it.
We are creating content. We are actively just as this game is actively having content on the screen right now. We are creating auditory content.
Yeah, that's great.
We could ask exactly the question: What does RT controls mean?
Listen,
Who could say?
These are the hard-hitting questions that the world wants to know.
No one can answer this except for us.
Cat?
Uh-huh.
I, just want to say that your mouse cursor is on the screen, I've noticed.
How about that?
On the actual stream.
How about that?
Oh, okay. Right. I mean, I can't see it on my version of the stream.
Nah,
so I don't give a fuck.
I moved it. I've been trying to be pretty good about that, because spoiler alert, I may or may not be tabbing over occasionally to do other things.
What else could you possibly be doing while you're playing this exhilarating game?
Nothing really compares.
Looking up on Google all the fluids inside a person.
Which?
What about marrow? Like bone marrow? Is that cannibalism at that point?
I feel like in order to get to the... Listen, if someone had marrow extracted from themselves and put it in front of me and said, I'll give you $1,000, yeah, okay, sure.
Why do you want so much money for my marrow? Just eat my marrow.
You know, people donate that for, like, people who have, like, medical conditions, and you're just gonna eat it? That's
like it's a genuinely charitable donation. Just eat my goddamn marrow.
Yeah, I'm the
weirdo.
weirdo
You're
here.
trying to do it for free.
Why do you want to get paid for it? Like, that's so weird.
Yeah, I'm the weirdo in this scenario.
Yeah.
It's only cannibalism if you think about it too much.
Just drink some of my bone marrow. What's so weird about that?
No, I think, honestly, the real question we're all dancing around is piss. Do you drink the piss?
Yeah.
No hesitation! Not a moment's thought put into it.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
I was expecting at least, like, you think about it for a second.
Nope. Just...
How about, okay, I have another question then. How about diarrhea?
No. No.
I'm
pretty
I don't
sure
wanna,
that could kill you,
catch
so
it.
that's a bad one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, let's not go into coprophilia.
Yeah, no, if it's not too bad, then like alright, but if it's
Alright,
unhealthy.
speaking of philias,
Why
if
indeed,
they're undead, does
why?
it count as necrophilia?
Yes,
Okay, but they're undead. They're not dead.
it still counts.
They're undead, like
There's-
a vampire.
Yeah, no. So, all right. So there's a difference.
What level of
between
undead does it
and
stop
vampire.
being like
so
not
so
necrophilia?
so undead is like zombie is necrophilia because like it's a dead body that's like animate that like has,
here's I
has-
think where
has come back.
here's I think where the line gets drawn. Is it rotting? Is it rotting and does it have
Technically, we're
and-
all rotting.
and it actually untrue? Is it rotting and does it have free will? I think those are the two questions that
Alright, maybe your organs are made out of better material than mine, but I sure feel like I'm rotting on a daily basis.
Oh, I feel like I'm rotting constantly, but we're not actually.
I mean, we all shed skin cells on a daily basis, so
Yeah, but
that's a very slow form of rotting.
That's not what rotting is.
I am full of rancid meat.
Damn, well, lucky you, I guess.
What's it
I'm-
like to have
I'm
so
been-
much meat?
I haven't been full of rancid meat in years. I can
Okay.
tell you that much.
Does it ever wrap back around? Like, does a skeleton still count as necrophilia?
I mean, at that point, what are you penetrating? Or are they penetrating you? And with what?
You're thinking about this too hard.
Then
Or
what
maybe
are we
not hard
doing
enough.
here? If we're not here to think hard about these questions,
Okay,
what are we
alright.
even doing?
Where does the fleshlight go on the skeleton? Okay, how do we do this?
I mean, a fleshlight can go wherever you
Can you
want
put
it
a
to.
strap on a skeleton?
Yes,
Technically, probably.
because you can just strap it on. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you got a good enough strap on, I would.
How
I
many
would imagine.
bone jokes are you allowed to
Yeah,
make?
I'm just like, wow, there are so many puns one could make out of this.
God, your boner is so great.
There you go, right there.
Love to get boned all night long.
See, like this is a weird stream for me because I've never heard anyone say any of these things ever. So it's
I was a bone to pick with you.
It's just like a normal conversation with me. I'm gonna be real.
I like how Catherine's fighting skeletons now too. It's entirely appropriate.
Well, I mean, that's why we got talking about undead.
oh, is it okay?
Yes,
I thought everyone was just talking about how much they didn't really want to deal with any of my bones. So
Oh boy. So let's not talk about that anymore.
Oh, now it's too much. Now we've crossed the line.
that was it. That was
Yes.
it. That was the one.
You're correct. Yes, that is where we crossed the line.
I'm literally just. I've got 4 more Oreos, and then I can be back, and everything can be normal. But
Got 4 more Oreos.
Dungeon would probably not be nearly as bad if I had any clue where I was going.
I think I remember like the map of this room. Like if there were like a lot of sub rooms.
Yep, that's kind of been the problem.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll be done soon.
I think the repetitive music in this brain. Oh wow.
In your brain, yes.
You know what like game design thing I've noticed about this remake that I like?
What's
That
that?
like you can target the same enemy and not like hit dead space. Like
Oh
if
yes,
there's no enemy there, yeah.
we talked about that early on in the stream.
Like that was so annoying in the NES one.
Yeah, it's why I cannot play the NES version of this game.
Yep.
I own it, but I'll never fucking play it.
And I see all these gargoyles, but where's all the garboils? you know?
Gargals.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate the recognition.
Maggie, you're an absolute gem.
I'm
It's-
losing my fucking mind.
Amy, I'm dying too. It's okay.
We're all dying, technically. Don't tell me that's not true either. 'Cause
No,
I know
that
one's
part
probably
is true.
Listen, if I read something on the internet, it's true, alright? So we're all rotting. Everyone's
Sure.
skeleton is constantly wet and trying to escape.
Wait, what?
Did you
Yeah.
know that there's a skeleton inside you?
What?
What the fuck did you just say about my skeleton?
It's very wet. It's moist.
I
It's
think it's
sopping,
very-
It's
it's
not-
dripping.
Hold on. I think it is incredibly rude for you to talk about my skeleton. That is private and personal.
Look,
My skeleton is between me and my partner.
look, my skeleton is my pal. It's not
See,
trying to get away from me.
You could have said, like, your skeleton was between you and your brain. And that would have been a clever joke.
Yeah, but
It
we
would
don't-
have been,
We
would
don't,
you-
we don't do clever
Yeah.
jokes here.
Yeah, no. Hi. My name's Lucas. I make jokes about cum and piss and shit. So, I didn't make the clever joke.
Yeah.
Because I'm a piece of garbage neurons that have assembled themselves into a vague simulacrum of a human being.
Okay, I got fed up and opened up a map of this room.
Oh, wait,
Very
shit, you got
understandable.
neurons? How many neurons you got?
At least one, probably at most one.
All right.
Name
let's-
every neuron.
Steven.
It's just the one.
Yeah,
I mean, how many
It's
neurons
pretty-
did you think there were?
pretty okay guy.
I just saw Amy's last message. She's dying.
Yeah,
I think our skeleton conversation got a little too hardcore.
I am also dying, so it's all fine. All right.
This is just how this happens with me whenever I do stuff like this, you know?
Imagine having a brain that's just like this, but all the time.
You know what the best part about all of this is, by the way? If we happen to die in this cave, we have to do it all over again.
Oh, good. Okay.
I am just gonna say, it is 3:40 in the morning,
Uh-huh.
and part of why my brain no work good is because it's 3:40 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
That's understandable.
Listen,
I
I am a big adult gal that acts like an adult. Sometimes. Very sometimes. But I do have to sleep eventually.
That's-
Sleep.
I understand that. I like so for me, it's currently 6:47 p.m., which means that all of the time that we've been streaming has been just like general like normal person awake hours for where I am, and so I've got absolutely no excuse. And also, for many hours still to come, have no excuse for the way that I have been acting or will continue to act.
We got the crown. I don't even
Look,
remember
the
what we do
price-
with the crown.
The price for that is living in sweltering hot weather, and I'd rather take being in the past than that.
Yeah, this is very true.
So, we got the thing we came here for. I forget why we need it. But now we have to leave.
Okay.
Mm,
And the
So then-
problem is we're very low on supplies.
Did they not have like an exit like right beside the like where the crown is, just so you can like just be like, oh, I've got it now. Now just like walk out of this conveniently placed staircase.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
hey, Cat.
Uh-huh.
Yo.
Would you say that that getting that crown was your crowning achievement?
Yes, I would say exactly that.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, you don't have to keep edging Hunter.
Look, I'll tell you about edging later. Don't worry about it.
Lucas, what are you doing?
Going slightly insane, I think.
I was
Are
just
you two
applauding a
not?
good joke. It's fine. It's fine.
It's all
What's up?
good.
How y'all doing?
I'm I'm
I am
wishing I were out of
awesome.
this cave.
I am also slowly losing my mind. Because
Hey.
I live in America.
Yeah, that'll do
And-
it.
And it's like 3:50 in America. But yeah, I also live in America.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm honestly dead ass surprised that so many of you people are awake. You should not be. Like,
See, what happens is if you fall asleep directly after work, then you wake up at like midnight, and
yeah, that'll happen.
then
That'll
you're just awake, and you suddenly have an urge to play Final Fantasy, and then you call up all of your friends and say, "Hey, let's play Final Fantasy." And then one of your friends is like, "Yeah, I'll be there in just a minute," and then he fucks off for an hour.
That was a great
Yeah.
main menu song, by the way.
I mean, doesn't it really make you miss the days when like you said like, oh, I'll start the stream as soon as you turn up, and then you start the stream as soon as they turn up, and not about half an hour later.
I didn't
I'm
start
not
the
gonna-
stream. I just had everything set up to start the stream.
I'm
dick.
not gonna be that guy. I could, but I'm not going to. And I'm going to
be what guy? Please do.
to be the it's like, oh, like when I was ready to start the stream, you weren't even ready on your end. So what do you?
I
wanna do
was
that?
ready.
What do you? I know you didn't. It didn't go up for a good like half an hour.
Yeah,
45 minutes. What do you?
That was not my fault though. That was Streamlabs' fault.
Yeah. I mean, like seems like something you could have figured out before I got there. Maybe,
Literally,
maybe if
I
you
had no way of knowing it was a problem unless I went
Mm.
live. You asshole.
Maybe if you had like an extra like hour or so to maybe troubleshoot tech support, you could have you could have figured those things out before I got there. But that's
It's almost. So what you're saying is I should have just started the stream without you. Okay.
yeah, yes.
What you're saying is we don't need you at all.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like literally yes.
So what you're saying is that we should just keep you out of our lives forever. Okay. Good.
All I have done is be a detriment to the stream and make bad, not good jokes.
Hold on now. You ate some Oreos and let's not.
That's true. That's true, actually.
Don't undermine the contribution of you eating those Oreos.
I did get a saving grace 3 hours into the stream, so I feel like it balances each other out. I think that's how that works.
I'm sure.
Hell yeah. It's really like this is going to be extremely just out of context of everything. But like I really hate that they put like the Final Fantasy win theme after all of the wins
Yeah.
here.
Hmm.
Which seems like it doesn't make sense, but like that's like a theme that has so much like importance to me culturally with like the
It's almost
but
like
like
this is where it started or something.
yeah, but like because this is just going through so quickly and it's just like boom, like you go into the thing and then like you hit them 3 times and then they're done and it's like all right, okay, like hey, you're done, you like you won it. Like it like removes some of the kind of like importance of that theme
Hmm.
a little bit in a way, which is a weird thing, but like it makes sense because it's the first one, but it's like it would go from like such just like kind of generic origins to like to be a huge thing, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
Now,
See,
there's also a really cool thing about this game. I don't know if you know. It's called the Final Fantasy, but it's actually the first in a series of games.
Holy shit.
Wait, what?
Uh huh.
Wait, so, like-
they drive a car in one of them.
But it's
Wait, so-
it's hold on, it's fantasy. How can they you can't drive a car in fantasy.
Oh no, there can be fantasies that have cars.
Well, no, because this is the final one.
Yeah,
And
this
there's
is
no
like
cars.
the-
Oh no! It's actually it's ironic. Do you know what irony is?
No, please explain.
Okay. So there was a website called somethingawful.com, and
Uh-huh.
it invented irony. I'm pretty sure.
That sounds correct.
Oh.
I believe that.
Uh huh.
I mean, technically, this is the Final Fantasy. Like, there was another thing that had the name Final Fantasy that came after this, the second one, and it had aliens from the moon. So technically, that's sci-fi. So
Yo, that's true.
Okay, so
I
we
remem-
have
I remember. I was there for that.
So okay, I'm trying to remember the exact like sequence of events that needs to happen now. We have a crown, and we have a sleeping prince, and they're looking for a remedy to wake the prince. We also have a dude
Kiss
who's
him.
missing an. I wish I could, but I don't kiss boys.
Most boys.
we yeah okay.
Let me at him. Let me at him. Let me at him. I'm gonna kiss the boy.
So we also have over here somewhere. We have a cave where a person needs an eye.
Are. Wait. What?
Oh, I think I see where you're going there.
I believe what we need to do now is make a series of trades.
See, that was actually a double-sided joke.
Yeah,
I see.
I-
You know.
No, please explain.
You see, the sea has I don't know what the fuck that eyeball thing is.
It's a
It gets
big
really
eyes.
cold towards the north and south side. So it's icy because it's icy.
Okay.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
See, that makes a lot of sense.
I understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
I spy with my little eye.
You got a little eye? Where?
But yeah, have you seen a doctor about it? Because maybe your other eye is just
Where?
swollen.
Where's it at? Where's it eye? God, I wish I had a little eye.
I wish I had an eye.
And you could change your Y, I guess, but
There is an I in my middle name.
yeah, but that's a lot harder to make a joke about.
Yeah. Do you even know
literally
my
about
fucking
to
middle
say,
name?
No, there's an I in both your names because my brain decided that evil herbivore is in fact your real legal name.
That's definitely my actual name and what I have everyone refer to me as.
True. Actually, you make a valid point.
I think the time is affecting me at this point.
I plan on stopping the stream soon, for what it's worth.
Yeah. I feel the pain of losing mine. Yes.
I really want to try and find a place to give this crown away, though. And I don't-
Just like finding a place to dump that crown, right? Like this like useless crown of jewels.
Please,
like,
someone take my
jeez.
crown.
Just got this dang crown.
I will give you a crown in exchange for anything, please.
Fucking shiny, useless golden crown.
No, it's actually one of those crowns they used to have at Burger King.
Yeah, that tracks. Please, ancient peoples, let me show you the wonders of corrugated cardboard. See how it has the ease of paper, but the resilience of a much more durable material.
Like several pieces of paper stacked together.
God, I wish that was me.
It's all ogre.
Thank you. Glad we're getting that in.
My brain is on emergency power mode. we gonna be recycling jokes.
So what you're saying is, it's all ogre for your brain.
That joke had layers.
Yes.
You know what else has layers? Is
Dragons?
well, I have heard in myth and legend that actually, if you take the apple of the ground, the onion, and you were to take the skin off, underneath it is the fleshy pulp. And I have heard from the wandering storytellers that if you were to cut that fleshy pulp, you would find layers, in fact.
Did you just name the onion the apple of the ground?
I'm glad I was not the only one that got hung up on that one.
Do you have a problem with it?
Okay, I would just like to say, as a gal who has eaten a raw onion as if it was an apple, I do not find that description correct.
Well, that's
or a
why it's
thing
of the
anyone-
ground. Did you think the ground was gonna be tasty?
Yes, there's plenty of tasty things that come from the ground, actually.
Name one.
Strawberries.
Don't exist.
Damn.
Yeah.
Can't just do me like that.
Listen, I don't know what you want me to say. Name a real
Pumpkin.
thing next time.
Carrot.
What do you...
Carrot.
These are all invented by video games. What are you even
Yeah.
doing?
You've never had sushi? Like, have you ever had ginger with your sushi? Ever?
None of these things are real.
God.
They were made up
What are
by ad
What
agencies in the 1960s.
what are some real fruits?
There are no fruits.
What are some real foods?
Real foods? There's fish.
Fish come from the ground.
No, they're from...
QED. Got you.
Where
QED.
are you? Lucas, I don't know how to tell you. You might be fishing wrong.
Fish come from the ground.
No, you know what? I have actually seen people get fish from the ground. That
True.
is technically possible.
How?
Because they hibernate after the water recedes and they go under the ground like little thingies.
That sounds fake as hell. That does not sound like a
No,
real
it's
thing.
real. It's real and it's true. Fish, that's where the fish come from. QED.
I didn't
I
say
said-
that's where they come from. I did
I
not
said-
say that's where they come from.
I said QED. That means that shit is real and you cannot argue with it. Who is
I
gonna
saw a
stop
video
me?
on Twitter years ago, then that
Yeah.
means it must be true.
Excuse me,
It is legally binding.
you know what? Fucking, let me tell you, nothing that is delicious comes from the ground. Quod erat demonstratum.
That's some bullshit that doesn't actually exist.
No, it outranks you, because I said the whole thing.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
It does.
No, it
Nuh-uh. No,
No.
I'm bulletproof.
No,
Nuh-uh.
I'm not, because I'm made of rubber.
No,
I'm made of rubber.
my superpower goes through rubber.
No, I don't, no, I'm a mirror. I'm a mirror.
I can shatter mirrors with my powers.
You know what I want to try that actually does come from the ground? Cicadas. Because, like, I heard you can actually make them properly, and they actually taste good.
I know.
Why would you? No, don't eat a cicada.
Please do not eat
They
the.
fucking spend 15 plus years in the goddamn ground and then come. Don't eat the cicada.
It takes time to ferment, you see.
I no.
They're so horny all the time. That's why you hear them. They're so horny.
Again, they spend about like 15 years underground. And then they come up
Being
and they have
horny.
1 year. They have not even a year. They have like fucking 6 months.
They just come up and they like essentially just post themselves on Tinder and be like, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey,
No,
Hey,
they more just
I-
like yell out the window.
how you doing? Yeah, isn't that what Tinder is? I don't know what. I've never dated.
Yeah. So sorry, I'm actually looking up. I'm trying to look up what to do next because
Like, you want me to go on Game Facts for you? Hold on.
I'm literally already on GameFAQs.
Oh, fuck.
Here I was thinking you were, like, looking up the wonders of insect food.
Yeah,
No.
I was waiting to hear either like, well, actually, cicadas are like very erotic.
What's your favorite bug to put in your mouth?
None bug. Or I guess
Yeah.
lobster.
Yeah,
My
shrimp, lobster, crab.
our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
There's only one man allowed in my mouth, and it's our Lord and
Jesus.
Savior Jesus Christ.
Oh boy. Honey, can you dress up like Jesus again?
Hold on, I have to go make a I have to go make a tweet.
I only consume his holy flesh.
His
I
holy
love-
load.
I love to put his I love to put his flesh in my mouth and God damn it. I can't even do I don't even know how the fuck churches work. I've never been in one. Everything I know is from television.
You take in his flesh and his body fluids, you see. It's
Uh-huh.
all like that.
It all comes
Wanna-
around again, you know?
Yeah, it comes around. That.
Needs me a man like that though. For real.
Okay, I was correct. We are about to do a great big item swap. So what I need to figure out now is what to fucking.
Is it only blasphemy if Jesus bottoms?
Well, you always
Yes. I
Jesus
think-
must always be on top. Therefore,
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Jesus is always above all others.
what are you saying? You're too good to take a shot in the mouth from our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Absolutely not.
You too good to have sex with Jesus? Is that it?
So
I'm a bit too gay to have sex with Jesus.
Oh, sure.
That's
Died for your
valid,
sins,
actually.
and you won't even spread them.
Consecrate my ass.
Oh my
So,
god.
I see.
I probably hate the most that I'm gonna go to work tomorrow and people are gonna say, "What did you do yesterday?" I'm gonna say, "Well,
Praise the Lord.
you know about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ."
Praising Jesus is a hard work.
Oh, and He loves to make you do it a lot.
Okay, so I think... Okay, I think I know where to go.
So I learned today in a different call that I was involved in, and I don't know why this topic came up, but I learned that in Puerto Rico, it is specifically illegal to have sodomy between a man and another man while inside of a car.
Huh. Well then.
I don't know why this is the case.
Well, that's because, depending on, like, the way you shift gears in a car, you might need, like, a special kind of license, and there's no license that exists when that many sticks are involved.
True. That's a good point, actually. See, I'm just not very good at driving. I'm not used to manual driving, so I don't know how many, like, how many you need to be moving around.
I can't drive. I can't drive stick.
I bet you could if you. No, I'm not gonna say that actually. Never mind.
No, go on, please.
That reminds me, I really need to learn this stuff. I need to ask Slowbird about this. Like, what's the difference between automatic and manual?
What's the difference between automatic and manual? I can actually answer that.
Oh,
Maggie knows car stuff.
Not as much as I should. Automatic is the transmission automatically shifts gears, but manual is you have to manually shift gears, usually by hitting the clutch, and then you have to go up and down.
I can't do it.
If
I've
you
tried.
do it wrong, you will fuck your car up.
Yeah, it's bad, and I don't like it. And I every time I have tried to do it, it has not gone well.
You have to know how to do it, or you will destroy the transmission and/or the engine. One of the two. Well,
I see why people like automatic.
yeah, it's much easier to do.
Oh yeah.
You have to learn like the engine timing and like
just like accidentally wrecking your like several tens of thousands dollar car because you selected the wrong gear.
Not to mention the best part is if you're stopped on a hill at a stoplight, for example, and there's cars behind you, and you can't fucking make the car move because operating a clutch is fucked up and weird and bad.
Also, if you go from like, let's say 5th gear and you're just like, how about you shove it into 0, that's gonna not end well.
Can you drift with an automatic?
Technically yes, if it's modified to let you do that. That's not legal though, I don't think.
Likely not legal, yeah.
Listen, when has Dominic Toretto ever let legality stop him?
You wanna know the quickest way to fuck a car up while you're going, like full speed? Just like take the parking brake or the emergency brake and just like slam that bitch, and your transmission is probably gonna fall out of your car at that point.
Hey, so this is a fun thing that I just recently learned. So apparently, like American people don't put on like the parking brake when they park.
Depends on where you are. I always do.
A lot of people don't.
I live in a mountain area, so we have to.
It depends on where you live. Like,
yeah, if
for
you
example,
live in
here
a
on Long Island, it's very flat.
yeah, I was gonna say if you live in a flat area, a lot of people don't.
Yeah, that's weird.
wild to me.
Yeah. It's wild to me
People
too,
probably-
but but you
The
know.
real problem is a lot of people forget to turn the parking brake off, which is also bad.
Yeah, I've never had that
What?
problem.
Especially like older cars.
Wait.
Like there's some newer cars that will not let you, you know, make that fuck up. But a lot of older cars, they don't care.
Wait, is it not like very immediately apparent as soon as you try and do anything with the car?
It is. That's the thing. You
Yes.
gotta be a real dumbass. To...
Have you seen most people that drive a car?
yes, I
That
have.
is a good point.
They are very stupid.
It's true. Anyway, this is where we should have gone. I didn't realize there was a place way up here.
Hey.
Oh, this place.
Yeah, so we gotta talk to this guy.
So, I just saw a thing on Twitter that was just, the first 4 words that you see will be what 2022 will bring you.
Is it like death and poverty and all that bullshit?
No, so the ones that I saw were boyfriend, class, daddy, and
I mean, it sounds like you're in for a great time.
I think the 4th one was, I think it was homos. So I'm in for a very gay year.
Cool. Awesome. Congratulations.
Which bodes well for me. So I'm fingers crossed for this one.
I'm glad everything is working out so well for you.
We can only hope. Like, worst case, the opposite happens. In which case, I'll instead be plagued by hot babes instead, which is also something that I'm okay with. So
Yeah. Anyway, we spent so long fucking around in the marsh cave that we're like severely over leveled now. So
hell yeah.
we just made that guy into a chump. We got the crystal eye.
Hey. Our
Oh, I
homeboy's
see
gonna
what you
be
did there.
like, hey, you got my eye.
It's true. That said, I think we will wait until next time to give our friend his eye.
For the
Her eye,
thrilling
their
conclusion.
eye.
Yeah, this will truly be the Final Fantasy.
Did you know there's actually more than one?
What? Wait, what?
More
Good
than
night,
one
everybody.